Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome to the first episode of Traveler 2525. I'm going to introduce the cast of characters before we get into it. Starting with Justin, we'll be playing
Nettie Smith.
Eddie Smith. You want to show your image? Share it.
I have to find it.
That's fine. I got to do the same thing with all the extra special.
My image is not done yet. I can't get my.
Don't sweat it, Raven. We've got multiple episodes.
They
We're
keep
not
putting
going to
her
get it.
in a damn bikini. I'm like bohemian dress, and they put her in a damn bikini.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with that.
Oh no,
Uh,
no, no, and no.
I went into the wrong thing. I can't believe I did that because I'm a dumbass. Give me just a second, Justin, and I will share your image.
Yeah. And I should probably bring up my character sheet while I'm here.
Yeah, that wouldn't hurt. Having it ready. Just saying.
We could have Raven as the first image in the Discord I posted.
Okay, and here we have Nettie.
Nettie.
There you go. Does he have a catchphrase?
I haven't thought of one yet. But
Okay,
something will come
fair
in.
enough. Fair enough. On to the next cast of characters. George, you got an image you can share with us?
Yeah. Where did I put it? It's in your Discord somewhere. Before you made the channel for this, if you go down to
Yeah, you're gonna have to do it because
sci-fi ideas, sci-fi
stuff.
images. Is it there? Shadowcraft. Here we go. Let me see if I can copy image. Copy.
Okay. In the meantime,
Copy
I will
link.
go to the one. I'm going to go with the one crafting showed because he beat you to it. Here we have crafting. Your character's name,
Agent Oxen.
Agent Oxen.
How do I do that? Private to you? I just put it in the chat here, but or don't let me private to you.
I don't know if I can.
I'll
that.
do it.
Okay. And George, your character's name.
I haven't really. I just call him Fry Jockey, but maybe Josh. I don't know. Josh the Fry Jockey.
Okay.
Shut up. It's up there.
Alrighty, ready. All right.
I'm not sure
Nice.
if that's the guy in the front or the guy in the back. Debating whether it might just be the guy in the back.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
telling Raven, you're the assistant manager of Soylent King.
Yeah.
And today just happens to be a rainy Tuesday night. So you know what that means? Tuesday is Sun and Green night.
Yeah. Well, I was supposed to help you focus on that guy in the back. I totally forgot. Sorry, man.
No worries.
It's not you. It's Fry.
And
Philip J. Fry Jockey.
Yeah.
Raven will be playing the part of
The-
Luna Aurelius.
okay.
Luna Aurelius.
All right, I found. Okay, so I got a picture here. I suppose I'll just go with this one. All right, so how do I publish this to get this over there to you guys? I'm in Night Cafe now.
Okay. All you have to do is hit the TV screen button, and that's the share button. And then when it brings that up, click the appropriate image on your screen so you can share it with us.
It doesn't do share.
Press H on your keyboard.
Does nothing. Okay. Duplicate. Let's see what this can do. This does evolve. Download, right? Download it.
No. Don't close that window. Go back over to Restream, so it's up.
Okay.
then hit H.
Okay, I'm back in Restream.
Okay, hit H
Where?
on your
The keyboard.
keyboard.
Oh, just anywhere. Just, okay. Okay.
Did a window pop up?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, do you
Okay.
see the image or the picture for Restream?
Select the tab.
The do you see
Yeah. Yeah.
do you see the
Okay.
Restream logo? Okay,
Got it.
click
Hit
click
share.
on that and then hit share.
It's got all my other ones on it too, though. But
No,
It's coming up. I just have to click it.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, that'll
But,
work.
but I assume not at the beach.
Or in the forest because you're
Yeah.
I
you're
didn't say
closing up.
anything about a background. Here, let me try
It's
again.
okay.
Don't
No,
worry about that.
yeah.
What background did you guys ask for in your prompt?
I
Everybody's
didn't.
different because they have different locations. You could say, standing in an animal clinic,
That could
weird
be.
animals in the background, or you
Yeah.
could be walking down a rainy uh, science fiction city street or something like that.
Or
Okay.
that could just be a picture of her on vacation.
Yeah, or maybe that was her when she was in training on the psionic world of whatever the fuck.
Uh, yeah, yeah.
That's what I
Great
would
name
do.
for a world.
Or that's just a holographic background, like
Yep.
the wallpaper
Right.
in
Right.
the animal clinic.
Total recall.
Thanks, George. So before we get started with actual play, folks.
You want to close this so we can.
Oh,
All right.
nice work,
Guess
Raven. Nice work, everybody, on your
Okay, here it
characters.
is. Here it is. This is better. This is better. This is better.
Ooh.
This
That
is
was
better.
quick.
Okay. 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 Got it. Okay. Now, where do I hit? Where do I hit next?
Scroll down so we can actually see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
It's up. It's up. He brought it back
Oh,
up.
it
It's
is?
never. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is perfect. Okay.
Cool. Don't lose it.
I'm gonna save
Now-
this,
Awesome.
right?
You'll see like you see how the window has got a red box around it.
Yeah.
Like if you go over to the night cafe, if you go over to the night cafe tab, that there's red around the border and there's like a blue thing up at the top. It says like end share or something like that.
No, I don't.
It's
know.
okay. I can just turn it off.
Okay, yeah. It'll just end when you close.
So
Okay.
do I need to save this though, right? In here.
Yeah. Well,
it's
you already
it's safe
saved
for
it
night.
on. Night Cafe will save it permanently. So, and you can send it to me later, and then I'll send it to George or vice versa.
Add
And
to collection.
it-
Publish.
you don't have to worry about that now.
Just close night cafe. You're fine.
Yeah, it'll save your computer's ability to work. And later on, if you want, you can also change your avatar to that. So like crafting, if you don't want to be on camera, you can just have your character image, which is fine because. So Raven and
Yeah.
everybody else in the group, there is a pile of 8 skills, and you guys are going to get to pull from those skills to add to your characters, so that you get a couple more skills, so you can all work together as a nice team. You all know each other. You all play poker on Saturday nights when the shops are closed, either at Nettie's place or maybe you'll go down to Rick's pub and play poker on Saturday night. So you're all familiar with each other right now. Omen's character, I forget his character's name. He's busy working late. Uh, George is just getting off work. Uh, Justin is putting in some overtime because it's his shop and got a new model in, and he's ogling the goods. And
Oh, never ogle the merchandise.
yes, and so the list of skills are pilot, deception, electronics, gunner, which means turrets of a starship, gun combat, persuade, stealth, and medic 1. Raven, you get to pick one of those. Which one sounded like something you absolutely need?
List them off
Um,
again.
I
I'll go over them again, Raven. Pilot, deception, which you already have, so you can't pick that one. Electronics, starship gunners. You know, like in Star Wars when Luke
yeah,
and,
that
and gunner. Gun combat, which means you can actually use the pistol that you carry. Persuade, stealth, and medic.
okay. I already had persuade,
Okay, that's the one you can't take.
but you said I had deception. I don't have deception written down
Yeah,
here.
I was wrong. I switched them. You have
Oh,
persuade.
uh,
You
medic.
could take medic and increase your medic from 0 to 1, so you're actually better at it.
Okay,
Or take
the medic.
You're
pistol.
taking medic.
Yeah.
I have a lot of medical. Wait, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, because we want multiple people to be able to do the same thing in case of an emergency.
No twos.
Yeah, you
We
can't use
want a
this.
bunch of zeros. That's preferable.
Right. Yeah, you can't you can't take a skill that will increase something to a 2. You can go from a 0 to a 1, but you can't. And try to take something that you will use or you want to use.
How come
I'll
you
go to
didn't
you.
use contact?
I'll go to you next, George. Was there one
Uh,
that you really liked?
Unless somebody else really wants it, I was thinking stealth, just because I have blades and I have energy weapons, and but I have a stunner, so I'm trying to be not particularly loud.
Okay, you got stealth 1.
Stealth one, okay.
Yep. Justin,
I was. What was the things available?
pilot,
Uh,
deception,
Deception,
electronics,
electronics,
gunner,
gunner,
gun combat, and
gun
persuade.
persuade. I don't have. I have persuade one. If I take gunner, it'll add a thing to my.
No, gunner is turrets.
Yeah, but I don't have that at all, so I'll have that at 0 if I take it.
No, you'll have it at 1.
I'll have it at 1
Yep,
because I don't have it at all now.
you'll have it at 1.
Okay, so I will take that. Can you put it in the private chat? Or I can just.
Yeah, I can do that. Crafting,
You?
Yeah.
pilot, deception, electronics, gun combat, or persuade.
The only one of that I can take is persuade.
You just cut out, so I didn't hear what you said. I still can't hear you. Okay.
No.
If he already has all of them, he can't take it.
Okay.
And if it comes around again and you still can't take anything, I'll work with you. All right. So that goes back up to Raven. We've got pilot, deception, electronics, or gun combat.
Okay. There's again.
You wanted to drive, pilot would allow you to fly some pretty big aircraft.
Okay, fine. I'll take pilot.
I don't picture it would be either that or gun combat. And I mean, if I had to choose between pilot and gun combat, there's no freaking.
What is contact? I have
What?
my notes here. I gained a contact and gained persuasion. So I didn't hear you mention contact in the list.
That's not a skill.
That's somebody you know.
Yeah, you have a contact, someone like important that you can call in emergencies. And we'll work that into the story as we go.
Okay, okay, okay.
So right under your under persuade, write pilot 1. And pilot 1 will allow you to operate some smaller craft that fly as well, but not as good as a full-fledged starship.
Yeah, I think you pick a specialization or something of the 3 different types.
Of
Mm.
Like you get 0, you get everything at 0, and 1 at I think like one of the things,
Mhm.
like a small, medium, or large, basically.
right, right. And for her, it's probably small, just because they're not
Yeah.
going to put her. They're not going to put her behind a star destroyer
Yeah.
or a semi in space. She can
Yeah.
fly the Millennium Falcon, no problem. So George, you've got choice of deception, electronics, and gun combat.
Deception, electronics, and gun combat. Um. Well, I guess I'll take. Well, electronics. I already have electronics, so I can pick. I guess a different specialty than I already have.
Okay,
Mhm.
So right now I have sensors, so I can do either computers or remote ops. I guess I'll do computers.
okay. Justin, you've got deception or gun combat in a different gun, unless you don't have gun combat.
I have gun combat 0, so I can pop that up to 1.
Yep.
Okay, I will do that then, because
Okay.
I have deception 1 already.
And
I have deception 2.
okay. So let me ask you a question. Do you have vac suit?
Yes.
Really?
It came with one of the
Okay.
skill sets. That not one of the skill sets. It came with one of the life events.
Oh.
I can give him gun combat.
I have gun combat 4.
How the fuck do you have gun combat 4?
One of the mustering out benefits was an additional gun combat skill.
Okay. But 4?
Well, he
Yeah.
yeah, it can happen. Uh, he stayed in a lot longer than most of you guys.
Okay, yeah.
Give me some
So what do you lack in there? Crafting?
Well, thanks to Jack of all trades, technically nothing.
Okay, fucker. Do you have streetwise?
Yes.
Really?
Streetwise.
You have carousing?
I
Okay,
don't
you
think
do
so.
now. Smartass.
Okay.
Yeah. I should have taken carousing.
What is it? We should sum up the education, sum up all the numbers, and see if it's, what is it, education plus int or something like that.
You're right. If your skill levels exceed your intelligence and education combined, you have to lower some stuff. So whatever your education and intelligence total is the maximum number of skills you could fit in your thinking meat.
Intelligence and education. Is that including the plus numbers?
No.
So I have a 19.
So you can have 19 total skills,
So
and zeros count as 0.
Okay,
Oh, so
so
just sum up the numbers then, not necessarily the number of skills.
Right.
yeah. So if you have like a plus 4, that's a 4.
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10, so
You're good. You can still learn some more stuff.
I do have a streetwise 2.
Awesome.
Uh,
So you know the grungier side of everything.
yeah. Well, look at me. Do you think I don't?
Think I don't? That's kind of fucked up. But yeah, you oh god, don't even get me started.
You're gonna love the new theme song on my show.
I think I'm not. If it's anything like what you sent me earlier, and I didn't even listen to it,
You
I'm
should
not.
have. You should have.
Yeah.
You have a new
Uh,
song you're going to play at the beginning of your show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's titled "Shadow is Gay" or some shit like that.
No.
Uh,
That's just a song.
Shadow, I don't have room for carousing.
Unless you want to,
The numbers I
well,
have,
would you rather drop something a point to keep to get?
I don't think I need. Well, then I don't think I need gun combat 4. My intent wasn't really to get into gun combat with this character
Good.
anyway.
Yeah, it's better to be more versatile. Sure, having gun combat 4 means you're rarely gonna miss, but you know,
Princess Leia.
right?
with the obligatory
Yeah.
face too. I have to do that every time.
Well, we'll take your word for it because we don't have your thing. And why does it say 6? Oh, I forgot to take Raven's. No. Oh, Raven's picture is just there permanently until she closes that window. But nobody else is coming in, so we're good. So everybody's got this.
We'll lose it.
Everybody, you don't have to close the image picture right now. Don't worry about it, Raven.
Okay.
So we're going to start in however long it takes me to take a drink of water. You guys all ready?
I'm gonna
I'll go
take
grab
I
a
got a 7-Up.
soft drink.
Make sure everybody's well hydrated, comfortable, etc. It's going to be
This
fun.
stream is brought to us by 7-Up.
It's not. It really isn't.
I need a quick.
I
bio
want
break.
them to send me a case of pop. So
Oh,
yeah.
Crafty, you're taking a bio break?
Yeah, I am too.
Oh, you guys suck. I guess it's up to Justin.
So
And-
our new theme song is called "Shadow is Gay, 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 So Gay." I named it myself.
No shit.
You want me to bring it up? We can play it now.
No, we're never going to play it. That would just start a whole meme war or something like that.
Yeah, that's the point. I want to start a fucking Sano AI or whatever it is. Who can make the most disgusting Shadows Gay song for us to play?
That's just
Were you able to see the thing I linked? I snapped my fingers.
no, I didn't.
He basically goes, I snapped my fingers and you forget that you were ever gay.
Oh yeah,
It's like, I was
am
never
not
gay. Exactly.
Exactly.
No, you don't understand. Just because you snap your fingers does not make me. I was never gay. I said you were never gay.
Why are you gay? Jackie loves that meme. Why are you gay?
Yeah,
The African guy.
yeah.
That's pretty funny.
So Shadow, man, why are you gay?
Because I'm not. I'm,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, you keep telling us, but I have a song that says you're gay.
it doesn't mean shit. So, let's see if we have anybody in chat watching besides George.
Yeah, it
There's
doesn't
no one-
matter.
Yeah.
You don't tell the audience that.
So is everybody back? I can't tell.
Kinda.
Kinda. Well, because we're going to start with crafting. Everybody else is in their shop closing up. It's like I said, rainy Tuesday evening. Most of the other shops, the businesses that sell non-food items are closed for the evening. There's still a few cars parked around the fountain. It's kind of a miserable evening. And crafting. As you recall, you are supposed to meet someone here on Vega Court tonight. You know what she looks like,
Yep.
and you should be able to pick her out of the crowd. Your tracker and communicator are leading you down the street as you pass by people. There goes a Neptunian couple with their blue skin contained within their bubble domed vac suits as they're walking hand in hand down the street. A couple of people on the other side. You just passed by Rick's Pub on the map. What are you doing?
My job.
Okay.
Which is
Look for Taylor Swift. So basically,
Ooh.
Barbie doll.
Okay. You do not see her. There are a few cars parked along the street, and you don't see any government plates.
Yeah.
You're supposed to meet her at the fountain.
All right.
You're a little early. You could step into a shop, get a drink or something like that, or just head straight to the fountain, or it's really up to you.
Get the local newspaper and sit not too far from this fountain.
Okay. You pick up a newspaper from a wandering vending machine robot. You could have got a drink as well. I should bring the image up of the vending machine bot that I created, but uh, I'll show that later. And you find there's a bench right in front of the radium shack, right across from the fountain. And behind you, as you're sitting in the bench watching the fountain, you can kind of hear there's a crazy guy like in his shop in the Radium Shack. He's got a desk set up in front of the window like a TV studio, like in some of the news shows where you'll watch them, and there's crowds of people are walking by because they've got a storefront, downtown Manhattan or something like that, and he's doing some sort of ranting and raving about you're not sure what, but he's got a pretty lively video cast going on. A couple of people are standing behind you watching him do his craziness, and you know you grab the newspaper. You're doing the the typical.
You starting to do it? No, I just haven't slept yet.
Who hasn't slept yet?
I think that's someone on Crafting's end.
Nope.
George.
I'm in a 10 by 10 shed.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's haunted.
You gotta remember that. Oh. Keep going, man.
Crafting, roll me a couple of dice. Add them together. Give me your total.
All right. I forgot to pull them out. Hold on a second. Oh, so that's where those went. Right. Ooh, I feel good tonight. Crap. Should have pulled out the tower. Oh, fuck it, I'll grab it later. 6 and a 5. So that'd be 11.
Okay. Yeah, just give me the totals, guys. Whenever we do that, your handler comes in on your earpiece. Hey, we're picking up some interference. Something's could be a jammer. Keep your eyes peeled.
Understood.
It's coming from the east, which is the direction you came in. You arrive by cab, and walk down Vega Court.
Yep. All right. Well, I was not told to prioritize the jammer, so I will just wait for my contact.
Okay. As of yet, nothing's giving you any blips. Your contact is at least a kilometer away or more.
Hmm.
Otherwise, they would be showing up on your screen.
All right.
George,
Well, unless I've been given a contingency plan, I have to wait and see what happens.
Yes.
and you're about 50 feet away from the fountain. You do know there's a subway entrance escalator on the other side of the fountain. They could be coming in from there, or they could be coming the same way you came in, or maybe she's got her own counter surveillance equipment on, keeping anybody from noticing her, and she could be in any one of the shops.
Yeah.
Then you hear some very loud static in your earpiece, and then you hear some screams and what you are pretty sure is gunfire coming in on your headset, and you know
All
your
right.
handler is back about 100 yards or more on another street that looks down this street, up in a third story building with snipers and uh, binoculars and telescopes and all the scanning equipment, communications gear. They're set up for you to do your thing and keep an eye on you. At this moment, though, from where you're sitting, they have no eyes on you, but apparently they're dealing with something violent. I'm going to go over to George. George,
Hey.
you finish packing up your gear, your stuff, and you're off for the rest of the evening. You get your auto fry bots doing their thing for pickup orders.
Okay, I'll head over to Rick's. I think he's going to be looking for a game to gamble, like some card game or something like that.
Pickup game, or maybe shoot
Yeah.
some pool or some darts, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, as you're walking across the street, there's not a lot of through traffic coming in right now. You squeeze between a couple of vehicles. You start making your way across the street, and coming down the street is a group of three individuals wearing like really matching like rain ponchos that go all the way to the floor, all the way to the ground.
Okay.
And
Well, that was
they smell really weird. You've smelled some awful stuff in your life. You just cooked up some awful smelling stuff and left it for a pickup order. But these guys reek. They got their heads down and they're, walking down the street, and you're trying to get past them, and they're like doing the thing, and they say something to you in a language you don't understand.
I say, excuse me, can you repeat that?
And they do, as they're trying to move past you.
Oh, they're just saying something to move past me. They're not really addressing me. They're more like, get out of the way or something, probably. Hey, I say, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You may pass.
And whatever it is they bathe in is awful. Or maybe it's awful, but it's disgusting.
Do they look like humans or aliens?
You cannot tell.
Okay, so they're hooded or something?
Because of their rain ponchos that are like full length, all the way to the ground. Normal ponchos, they'll stop at like your knees. These are like slick, almost plastic, full on, robes with
Would be like the smell of sulfur, perhaps?
no, more like dead fish.
Oh, okay.
Dead fish that's been dead so long it would normally
Deep ones on the moon. Got it.
Yes.
What have I ever learned about these creatures, possibly, or something you would jog my memory?
No,
or
it's complete mystery.
okay.
You have no idea whatsoever what this could be.
I'm gonna not go into Rick's and just kind of pretend like I'm going to Rick's, but then turn around and keep an eye on where they're heading.
Okay.
Out of curiosity.
Roll me 2d6.
2d6. All right, let's see this box here. Oh, there's 2 in there already. 4.
Nothing unusual other than they're moving pretty quick. Come to think of it, they are kind of tall. They're almost 7 feet tall. Or they've got really, tall hoods.
Okay, I'm gonna maybe hang back so their backs are to me now, right?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna follow keep a good distance, but start following them.
Okay.
Try to match your speed.
They've just passed Pizza Dome, and you can like hide in between. Like the building's inset a bit, so there's like 2 feet
Mhm.
of overhang, and you can sneak in and peek. And as they pass by the Archaeotech studio, they keep going south, and you're just
Pizza
keeping an eye
Dome.
on them.
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on him. I think, kind of from my character's backstory, I think he's a kind of a first responder type. He's like a medic, so he's kind of he goes towards trouble,
Okay.
and he thinks there might be trouble, and if there's any
They
problems,
they definitely smell like trouble. Luna, you're closing up shop. You've fed all the critters. You're getting ready to maybe go get a drink if you haven't already had a couple. Um, and hold on, let me get to it. You've just put away all your stuff. You grabbed your purse and your rain jacket, maybe your coffee mug, whatever it is you bring to work with you, your lunchbox, and a woman walks into your shop. You forgot to hit the close sign and you forgot to lock the door. She comes in and she looks like this. And she's kind of stumbling and staggering, and at first she's like speaking not English or whatever the language you guys speak, and you notice she's holding her stomach and with one hand, and she's got something clenched in her other hand, and she's stumbling, and then you notice her jacket's leaking some sort of purple fluid, and she comes up to you and like almost like hanging on you as she's like trying not to fall to the floor as you look right into her glowing red, very unnatural looking, maybe cybernetic implanted eyes. And she asks you, "Can I use your cell phone?"
Ma'am, are you all right? Are you hurt?
"Just a little. Can I use your cell phone? It's emergency."
Yes, yes, yes. Hang on, let me get it. I remember and grab my purse, my bag, and start digging through it.
She stumbles toward the counter and puts her hand down, and you can see she's leaking purple fluid uh, from her abdomen, and both of her hands are pretty purple.
Grab the phone and I get it turned on. I do the little code access so that it brings up a keyboard with numbers. And I go over to her and I hand it to her and tell her, "You don't look quite right. Uh, you look like you're hurt. Can I get you something?"
I'll be okay. She takes your phone, dripping, getting purple stuff all over it, and she closes her eyes and then puts her other hand over it, and then falls to the ground, doing one of these.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, I grab some towels and try to stop
Okay,
the
you
bleeding.
can tell she's that's blood, or at least her blood, and
Yeah,
you're starting to think she might be a Martian.
yeah, something. So
And
I take the phone from her hand and I call the equivalent to whatever 911 is on the moon and try to stop the bleeding.
your phone's not responding because it's too messy, and she's like, you can see like blood like pumping out of her abdomen, and
So
as you're looking at it you can see she's been shot.
the phone's not responding.
Well, it's you got to clean it off. You know when your phone's wet, nothing. You
Oh,
know,
yeah, yeah.
so you gotta.
All right, I have the phone in one hand with a towel, and the other one she's trying to press down on her abdomen and stop the bleeding. Um,
You're gonna need both hands.
No.
Roll me 2 die plus 1.
I got a 5 plus 1 is 6.
And she says something to you. She's barely, you can barely hear her. You're gonna have to get closer. And I'll tell you what she says privately. And then she twitches and is gone. And it's at that very moment you get a call. Incoming.
Okay.
It's Nettie.
Hey, how you doing? It's Nettie here.
Well, you won't believe what's just happened. Can you get down here? I need some help.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Okay,
It'll take
please.
me
It's an
10 or
emergency.
15 minutes.
It's an
Even
emergency.
though,
Please hurry.
yeah, I will. I'll come as fast as I can. I hear you. What
Thank you.
happened? I'm on the phone. I'm waddling down the street.
This woman came in the shop and she's injured. She wanted to use my phone, and I think she's dead now. She just collapsed on the floor here. Her
That's a
blood is
Martian.
purple.
Yeah, it's Martians. It's
Well, who do I
Martians.
call? What do I do?
I don't know. The security forces?
Do you know their number?
Uh, well, it's the moon, so it's like 222.
Is that police officer still hanging out down there by the bar?
Uh, I don't know. I'll waddle over there and ask. You call 222.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
And then pound sign 6555.
So that's 222 # 6665 6555. What? What was it?
Pound 17 8. Hey, they don't want you to call security services on the moon. You gotta remember that for an emergency. I'll go see if there's some capos over at the bar, the donut hut, or whatever. Right on a stick. They're always over there by right on a stick.
You should have put a donut shop, huh?
Yeah, no, on the moon they go to right on the stick.
There is an empty spot. I'll put a donut shop there.
Yeah.
In the meantime, crafting. Your tracker lights up and then starts staticking. It looks like your contacts across the street behind you, and you hear from your headset, uh, "Oxen, they're coming to get you. Watch your back. There's 3 of them. Calling in reinforcements. I don't think they're gonna get here in time. Watch your back." Silence.
How many people are in this square?
Half a
Hundreds.
dozen various people.
How spread out are they?
There's a couple standing by the fountain. There's another trio of people walking past High and Dry and the Noodly Hut. Looks like they're going into the Noodly Hut. There's a couple people coming down the street. Uh, there's a really big fat guy waddling across the street past the fountain, heading toward maybe Rat on a Stick. There's another guy uh, uh, looking out from a store window from Broken Dreams, which looks like to be maybe a pawn shop. He's like doing one of these, sees you, like still looking. Rain's coming down really hard, and then you see on the far side of the street, right in front of Lou's Dice Emporium, is a trio of men. You think they're men? They're really tall men wearing really long, rain slick ponchos with high
Well,
pointed.
I I would have had one of these pre-prepared, and hopefully you read my character so you would know this.
Say it.
I leave beneath my newspaper, kind of being somewhat making it look like I'm trying to make it inconspicuous and leave something there. And it is a single brick of plastic explosives.
But where are you placing it?
Where I was sitting.
Oh, okay. Roll me 2 dice. Add your demo or such skill to it, along with your Dex mod.
Let's see here. All right. Forgot about that. That's going to hurt me. Okay, where's my explosives? Equipment. Okay, come on. I wrote down the skill. Where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. What does +1 mean?
From your Dex, that
Is
means
it-
+1 to Dex skills, which we're doing right now. You don't have the explosive skill?
No, I do. I have it at +1.
Okay, so
That's
then
why I
you.
have explosive.
What's your Dex?
-1.
Oh, okay, so you're even. Roll me 2 dice.
Oh, okay. I rolled an 8.
Oh, okay. You place it, maybe under the bench or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody saw you. You heard the beep when you affixed it to the underside.
No,
And
I wanted those 3 weirdos to notice me doing that, like I'm hiding something.
oh, okay. Uh, roll. You said you had persuade.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll that
I
one
think
for
it's
me too.
persuade +2, if I remember correctly.
Okay, roll me that. Add 2 to your, because you're like trying to get their attention without like waving.
Making it obvious I'm trying to get their attention. Okay, excuse me. Persuade +1.
Okay, roll me 2. Add 1.
8 again. Wow.
Okay. You think they noticed you, but they also seem to be a little bit more interested in hurrying their pace and going into the animal clinic, which you can see it's dark. The lights are out except for a couple lights in the background, and they're not carrying a pet.
Well, then I set that explosive for nothing. I might get somebody killed.
You can always pull it
Justin
back
has
out.
something. Sure, Justin has something to say though.
I have Streetwise too, so can I notice this and warn Raven's character to get out the back door?
Roll me 2 dice.
Okay. 9.
Oh, absolutely. Hit speed
Plus
dial.
2.
Hit redial. Raven.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'd say I'm still on. Oh, wait, yeah, I told her to call security. Yeah. So redial or call back last
Mhm.
caller or whatever. And
Raven, as you're standing up to cover her up, I guess, or maybe you've already covered up with some of the towels that are bright purple now instead of white. You notice that on the counter, in addition to her handprint in purple blood, there's something shining sitting on the countertop.
Okay.
And you pick it up.
Shiny.
It's a crystal. Roll me 2 dice.
Snake eyes.
Snake eyes. Okay. As you touch the crystal, you get flooded with this just massive, like literally like this woman's life story just got rammed into your head.
Mm-hmm.
And you're seeing all the stuff that led up to her untimely demise, along with the words she spoke to you keep like pounding into your head, like making you dizzy, and then you hear another ringing noise, and it's your cell phone.
Hello?
hello, get out the back! Get out the back quick!
Why?
There's a psycho. I just saw a guy plant a bomb by the bench.
What?
Yeah, just quick, get out the back. There's people coming in the front door. They don't look
Shit.
too cool either.
Are you kidding me?
Quick, hurry.
All right.
Hurry.
Fuck,
Okay.
what do I do?
You now hear the rattling at the door, the little bell that you hung on the door. You know, to
Ignore
let
that. I hear that. Ignore that. Go.
Okay.
the door is slowly
Oh.
opening, and the ungodly smell of dead fish is just getting sucked into the room as you've made it past the counter and you hit the door with your shoulder, and it's not opening because you got to actually hit the handle. You barely make it open and squeeze yourself in when you see the first of these three beings, and I'm going to share you a little picture of them because
Since now that I noticed that they're going to a friend of mine's store and they're very suspicious looking, I'm not making any. I'm not going slow anymore. I'm trying to get there as quick as I can now.
okay, Raven, you
Yes.
see these guys are now entering your
Oh,
establishment.
dear God. Oh,
Yeah.
You thought I wouldn't be using them? Of course I'm using them.
oh. I remember when you created those things. Oh my God. Yeah.
First
Yeah.
try. Read it
Yeah.
in week, folks.
Yeah, great.
They don't smell like dead fish to my character. They smell like used sex toys.
Well,
Gross. How disgusting.
George, they have made their way into Astro's Animal Clinic, and your dialing Raven's number. Raven, you've managed to lock the door. You're grabbing your purse. You've left your lunchbox and thermos behind, and you've hit the back door running, and your phone goes off again.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
it's me. Oh, it's me. Okay, there's some crazy men and looking men coming into your place. What's
Oh, I
going on?
know. I know. I just went out the back door. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do.
Why are they in there?
more? Is it just those three?
Why do you think they're there?
I don't know. Well, maybe because this. Okay, hold on. I got to catch my breath because I'm so freaked out right now. I just can't even think straight. This lady comes in as I'm getting ready to close, man, and she bleeds purple. Anyway, she told her she wanted to use my cell phone, and so I get my cell phone for her, and shortly thereafter, she just collapses on the floor. She's bleeding out, and I talked to Nettie, and I'm like, "Help! Get me some help down here. I don't know what to do," and I'm losing her. She's like, "I don't know what to do," and then he calls back and says that there's these people coming. Somebody's going to plant a bomb or some shit. I don't know. I'm just freaking. He just said to get out, and so I've gotten out, and I don't know where to go.
Oh, go to the back door of Soylent King. The code is 411.
411.
For the record,
You should probably run over there too.
Raven and everybody here, if you notice behind all the storefronts, there's an alley.
Yeah.
And the alley will eventually, if you follow it, either lead to the subway or around the corner to Mad Morty's Robot Emporium. And there is a little area where there's a bunch of dumpsters and stuff, a wider part of the alley where you guys could meet up, or you can continue moving down the alleys as per your choices while you guys figure that out. Crafting. You've spotted the three weirdos that just sort of more or less jimmied their way into the animal clinic, and that's where your tracker is like telling you your contact is in that building.
All right. Well, not knowing anything that's going on with Raven and all that, I would have disarmed the bomb, knowing that they're going. My first action would be shoot one of them in the back of the head.
Okay, the third one, the first two, one's already in, one's halfway in. You can hit the last guy easy. Take the shot.
Mind you, I should say shoot the back of the head with my stunner. I have a stunner, not just a laser gun.
Okay, you can.
I should be very clear on that before I start blabbing off at the hilt.
That's fine. Dex mod plus skill mod plus 2 die roll.
Five, 6. Excuse me, almost said 5.
Total?
Yeah, 6 total.
Okay, that misses widely. You can fire again?
Yeah, because I don't know what's going on. As far as I know, my contact's in there, and I need to
Mm-hmm.
get what she's got.
Yeah.
11 without bonuses.
Do you know your stunner damage?
Yeah,
It's like 2 or 3 dice.
3D for level 12 stunner is 3D.
equipment.
That's
Thought
Roll
I
me
didn't
3 dice
actually-
then. We'll just keep it moving. Just roll me 3 dice.
Oh, 3D. It is 3D. I did write it down. It just took me a second to find it. Oh, and all my weapons are DNA encoded. I paid that little extra.
Sweet. Roll me the 3 dice that hits the third.
I almost want to take a picture because I rolled all 6s.
Okay, I trust you. He slumps to the ground. His compatriot is like, "What the?" and sees you and ducks in. You think he might be pulling something of his own, and you also need to roll me 2 dice to see if you notice something happening on your periphery.
Nope. Snake eyes.
Okay. You didn't notice what was happening, but I'll tell the audience later what just happened. Raven, you've locked. Well, you've closed the door. You can't lock the door from the back door because no matter what you do, they're going to be able to open it.
Okay.
The alley runs left and right. You know Nettie's on his way from the left, and you're not sure where Josh is.
Okay. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
What's the name of the shop on the map?
You're still on the phone with Josh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Raven, when in doubt, run. That's always a good rule.
Yeah,
So
I'm running. Well, I'm running to his place because I got the code to get in.
Yeah.
Well, the long way is to the right. The short way is to the left, but then you'd have to run right back around the front of your shop to get into the Soylent King.
Why would I have
Or
to
you,
run
or
to
you
his
could just
shop?
run straight across. You could run straight across toward the park bench in front of Radium Shack.
I don't know. I'm confused. I thought I was running down the alley to
Yes.
this code to get into Solvent King.
Yeah, it would Soylent King's across the street, so you could run down the alley the long way and then run across the street when you get out of the alley and then into Soylent King.
Okay, all right, I'll do that.
Okay.
All right. I'm like, I hear like a stunner fire. I'm gonna let you go right now, and I'm gonna pull out my stunner.
Okay.
Okay.
You see a well-dressed gentleman with what appears to be a cybernetic eye firing a stunner at the same dudes that just walked into the Astro Clinic.
Okay. And I'm gonna assume that the guys going into the clinic are up to no good, because there's a dead body, and just think they just show up. So I'm gonna take a pot shot. It's a stunner, so it's like they won't be. I'm not a murderer.
What
so
are you
yeah,
shooting at?
I'm gonna shoot at the nearest alien fish man.
Okay. There's one guy who's trying to drag his unconscious comrade into the Astro Clinic.
I'm gonna shoot the one dragging him.
Roll me 2 dice, add your bonuses.
All right, the boat was Dex and so +1, I think, right?
Dex
And I do
and skill mod. Dex and skill
Yeah.
mod.
Yeah, so +1, just +1. Oh, I got 11, so 12.
Roll your 3 dice.
All right. 5, 4, 7 plus 5. That's 12.
All right. He does not go down.
Oh boy. All right.
Both of you two, you and Crafting, roll me 2 dice.
7.
7.
Both got 7s.
Yep. 6 and a 1.
Coming out of the sky is a governmental G carrier. Spotlights on the area, slowly sweeping the streets as it's coming down Vega Court, right in your general direction. As soon as you notice it, you can hear everyone off the street. And they start rattling off some, governmental code, executive order, whatever, blah, 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 a bunch of numbers. And everybody's like running for cover. And a couple of people are screaming, and people are hiding behind cars and that sort of thing. Except the two of you, as you watch this big gleaming aircraft slowly descend, blocking off any exit from Vega Court.
Oh, that would be a simple decision. I have 2 options: get shot by the government, get shot by the bad guys. Government, big gun, probably die one shot. Little
Well,
guys have little guns.
They may be your reinforcements that you had heard about.
They got here a lot faster than I would expect, given they said not get here in time.
I'm going to run into the shop. Is that okay?
Which shop?
Into the pet shop.
You could try, but there's at least one or more of those fish heads. And at that very moment, one of the fish heads pulls and points something out the door, aiming it at Crafting, and the shot goes wild, but it's not a stunner. It's some sort of purplish beamed laser. Misses him by a freaking country mile. Slams right into the window of Radium Shack, clearly getting the attention of the owner of Radium Shack, who's already got a video camera pointing right at you guys. The second shot also misses. Crafting, 2 shots go by you. You hear the windows behind you. Psh, psh.
Okay.
Men are piling out of the G carrier in governmental military armored uniforms, laser rifles in hands, scanning the area, doing the hut thing as they pile out.
All right. My instinct was to come in and try to tackle the guy, but now it seems like that's not going to be this. I'm not going to be the hero right now. So I'm just going to make way for the Marines and salute them as they pass by.
Get indoors. This area is on lockdown.
Yes, sir.
And just as you think you've skated away, a gentleman steps out of the G carrier looking rather GQ. Looks like this schmo, if I can find the freaking image. Well, I didn't have the image. Well, imagine a well-dressed man, short blonde hair, powder blue 3-piece suit with an orange pocket square and an orange tie. This is not so fast. Come with me. Over here. Off to the sidewalk. He pulls out his thing, snaps your picture, points it down at your belly and snaps it again. What have you seen? What's going on? Is that a stunner in your hand?
Yeah, it's not a good neighborhood here, and I've been trained to use it.
And then he pulls up his things. He's like, "Was that you? Just taking that shot? What are you shooting at?"
Fishmen.
All right, over here. Have a seat.
All right.
He turns and starts walking down behind the other guardsman, and I'll bring up that image just so we can have some fun with that as well.
Can I text on my phone?
Sure.
I'm just gonna text. Uh, I'm gonna text Raven and tell her that, or Luna, just to lay low and delete that. Lay low and hide. Feds are here. Hide, and I'm not particularly trusting of them. So and then I delete the text.
Okay.
Forgetting about somebody.
Ooh.
Nettie,
Um,
where you running? Or waddling?
I've seen these guys come in, so I abandoned my mission to find the coppers over at
Rat on a stick. Well, you're like right in front of Rat on a
stick.
stick. You can see
So-
them, but they can't see you. And you know Raven's just around the corner running down the alley, either in your direction or the opposite.
I'm gonna go to. I don't know that Raven was going to Soylent King because I couldn't hear that.
Right.
So I'm gonna go over to
But you
where
know she
I
was
saw.
heading toward the back door.
Yeah. So I have no other information than that. I see Fry go over to where he went.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna head towards him because I assume I know him as well.
Okay.
And because I saw him with the stunner,
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to where he went.
Okay.
And it's in the general direction to where I'm supposed to go anyway, according to
Okay.
the announcement.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that.
While you're walking over there crafting, are you gonna pursue the fish, or are you gonna go approach the landing cavalry?
Am I being approached by them like I'm in some
Well,
sort of
they're
trap?
they're 100 yards away, but they're locking the area down.
I thought Fry and I were next to each other.
Were you next to each other? I thought you were.
We
Close.
were relatively close, but I think I've been
Oh,
at
okay.
least sent somewhere by the
Well, he's
by the authorities.
he's been shuttled off because you were like this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's over here. You're over here. So you can make a dash for the clinic, but there is a guy potentially pointing a gun in your direction.
Now, if I fire my stunner, I get shot at.
No, well, no one will see it. It doesn't. The stunner doesn't actually have a visible ray.
Oh,
Hmm.
It will show up on certain kinds of cameras, but the naked eye you don't see it.
Hmm.
yeah. Well, I have as much as I hate to say this, I have a mission to finish. And given the fact I'm a company man, not a government man, I'm not thoroughly convinced these guys are technically my backup.
Hmm.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
Do I know that the data crystal is durable?
Yes.
I walk in suicide bomber style, like, you want to shoot me, you die, motherfucker.
Okay. Roll me a couple of dice to barrel through the door.
That's brain fart. 5 and 3 is 8. Sorry. For some reason, I completely brain farted what those numbers were.
Okay, you get a +1 if your strength is 9 or higher.
No.
So you beat an 8.
I'm at 8.
Okay, you smash the door open. There's a fishman on the ground, another fishman rummaging through the pockets of what appears to be a dead woman, looks just like Taylor Swift, on the floor, still surrounded in a puddle of purple liquid. And another one is pointing something down at his. It looks like almost like a magic wand, but shorter, at his downed compatriot as you come barreling through the doors.
Well, with one bomb in hand, with bomb in one hand and stunner in the other, I try to shoot the guy with the wand.
Roll me 2 dice.
Yeah, that's 7. Sorry.
No mods.
Forgot. Let's see. I have energy weapon is 3, so that's 10.
No, you zap him. Give me 3 dice.
All right. Come back here. 15 total.
Okay, he drops. Drops his magic wand. The other one sees you coming in and lunges at you. He swipes at you. His long extendo fingernails rip through whatever it is you're wearing, on the front here,
Yeah.
for 3 points.
And how did we determine health?
Your health is your strength, your dex, your endurance. You can take the points off however you like, but if any stat goes below 1, you are in danger of going unconscious. 2 stats go to 0, you're unconscious. 3 stats go to 0, you're dead.
I'm one hit away from being unconscious.
Okay?
If I've heard that right, because my
It's
stats
two-
are my physical
two
stats are 4, 4, and 5.
Well, you don't have to take them all off one stat. You could mix them. You take one off each stat, and you're all. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it had
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be
yeah.
one stat.
It's wherever you want, unless I specifically say like take 5 points off your dexterity, which would suck.
Okay.
Raven, you've run all the way down the alley, dodging trash cans, dodging stray sewer rats, things like that. You get to the end of the alley where it branches left and right into the main street, which I forgot to name. And if you turn right, you are just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Soylent King.
Do I know that the streets are on lockdown?
No,
But I saw the chopper come in, so I can pretty well
you
assume.
saw something. You saw some lights. Could be anything. Maybe it's a UFO.
Um, and I'm very worried about the animals that I have left there in the clinic. These people.
You're got a million thoughts racing through your mind, along with the words of Taylor Swift. Her last words keep like echoing in your head. It's like it's hard to drown that out.
And this crystal that she had that I've got in my pocket is just making me crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn around and go back to my shop. I need to see what's going on. I got animals there. I need to make sure that they're okay. I shouldn't have left them. I feel guilty.
You're the lucky one.
Okay, so you turn back around and run back the way you came.
Yep.
Okay. And dodging trash cans and cats and rats and there was a wino you missed.
Oh, lovely. I pause, stop, grab his bottle, take a swig, hand it back to him, say thanks. Keep on running.
It's got some gunk at the end of it. You're not really sure you want to take a swig.
Oh, well, in that case, never mind.
It could be dried saliva, or it could be something worse.
Yeah, you get a mouthful
Brain
of piss.
Oh, dear God.
He's been unconscious for a while too. So you're running, Nettie.
Nettie reaches the door,
Okay.
I assume Fry went back to his place after he left the cops. I don't know.
I think they sent me to kind of sit
Okay.
with them. I'm kind of in detention right now. Well, not really detained. My plan is to
Okay.
make
Well,
a run
I
for it.
get back to my shop, and I wait for Raven's character, Luna.
Do you contact her? Because she.
Yeah. I try calling her again, and I start arming some of the bots that I've modified for surveillance and other illicit activities
Yeah.
in case I need backup.
Okay. They're coming online.
Yeah. Uh,
Raven,
yeah,
your phone rings.
yeah.
Hello.
Hello. It's Nettie here. It's Nettie here.
Where the hell are
Yeah.
you?
Where are you? Where are you?
I'm in the alley.
I'm back at my shop. I'm back at my shop.
What the hell is going on? Was that a helicopter?
That was a security assault vehicle. I don't know, something like that. Like
Well, I'm going
It's
back to
it's
my
a
shop.
state of the art hovercraft,
yeah,
anti-grav vehicle that holds a squad of
like 30 guys
Marines.
got out of it. Like 30 guys got out of it. There are a lot of fuckers. They got guns everywhere.
Oh my god. I'm running back to my shop. I can't leave
Don't
those animals in there.
don't go there. They're all inside there. Come over to my shop. Come
Oh
over to my
god, no,
shop.
I can't. I gotta go back. What if they hurt the
No,
animals? I can't have that.
no. It's too late for them. If they haven't killed them, they'll send them off to shelters or whatever. That place is probably gone.
God. I
They,
don't know
they,
what
they
to-
went in there shooting.
Oh god. How many are there?
Raven, at this very moment, you reach the door of your shop, and
I'm at the back door, right?
yes,
Okay.
you want to take a peek inside.
Mm-hmm. Of course I
Okay,
do.
you open it and you see the ugliest creature you've ever seen in your life, wrestling with a man with a cybernetic arm and eye, like they're just you know, and there's two more fishmen on the ground laying next to Taylor Swift, and you can also see lights from outside the glass window to the front door. There's like someone's shining flashlights at those windows. Like more people are going to come in those doors. Crafting. You
I'm
and the
gonna,
fishman, as you're struggling, to get the upper hand on him, and vice versa. You see the back door open. A completely astonished young lady is opening the door, like,
Oogly boogly.
you say anything, either of you, to one another? Because you've never met.
I don't really have time to say anything. I'm wrestling with a very angry fishman.
Do I?
Raven?
there is a med cabinet in this back room. I'm headed to this med cabinet and I'm going to get a tranquilizer
Oh,
and help this guy out.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab this shot. I'm drawing the sleeping agent up into the needle here.
some
Okay.
horse
And I
tranquilizer.
I fill it all the way to the
Okay.
ground. Okay.
Crafting, roll me 2 dice. This is an opposed roll.
Okay.
Can I see what's
Add,
going on from where I
add any
am?
brawling or hand-to-hand combat you might have or anything like that, or athletics.
Actually, I do have one in athletics.
Okay. You get a bonus on it.
Grand total is 7.
Okay. You beat him. You're like trying to get him to the ground or take the upper hand, keep those claws away from you. Anything else you want to do in addition to that?
I can't grab my stunner,
horse.
so not much I can do other than wrestle him to the ground and I guess.
Can I come screaming out of the back? Get
You see this crazed woman with
well, in
just
that case, I'm going to roll him over and make sure she stabs him and not me.
okay.
Yeah.
Raven, roll me 2 dice. Add 1.
Okay, I got a 7 and one is 8.
Okay. The needle goes right into the back of his, right between his shoulder blades. Roll me 2 dice.
I got a 7.
The plunger goes down. He makes the weirdest noise you've ever heard. Kind of like if you took a clown and threw him in a blender, and you notice the needle's stuck. So you let go because his back is like bulging, like it's inflating with air. As this thing is just squealing and screaming. Crafting.
Yeah, I did get to inject the stuff in him, though,
Yes.
right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Crafting.
Okay.
This guy is completely. His eyes are completely like glazed over. It's like you're not even there. And you notice his face is starting to puff up.
I use the stunner on him so he doesn't have to die in misery.
Roll me 2 dice. You get a +2 because he's completely unawares.
+2 is 11.
And your beam hits him, and he explodes like a fucking pinata.
Ugh, gross.
Pink
Oh,
and
that's
yellow
disgusting.
everywhere.
Shit. I'm gonna have to clean this mess up.
All the animals that are touched by the pink and yellow goop die instantly.
No.
You can hear the men, the Marines, if you will, megaphones or not megaphones, but their intercom, their built-in speakers of their helmets are ordering people stand down, get inside, nothing to see here, and you think there's a couple at the door,
Mm.
or it could be more fishmen. You're not sure. The
Um,
two fishmen are still unconscious on the ground.
yeah.
Crafting, what is your name again? In
Oxen?
Oxen.
Agent Oxen?
Oxen. Okay. So I'll say some. Are you okay? Are you
I'm
okay?
fine. I'm fine. Damn it.
Okay. What's going on? Who are these guys?
I don't know.
Are these good guys or bad guys? What do we do?
Well,
They smell like vagina.
We can hide in the back. You want to just hide in the back?
I need to find what the woman had brought to me. See if any of these idiots
Well,
took it from her.
Would it be like this? And I reach in my pocket and I pull out the crystal, hold it in my pocket.
You're
You mean like this?
crafting. Your tracking device goes ping.
Yes, that's exactly it.
She had this in her hand as she was dying on the floor.
All right.
Here, take it. It's just causing me nothing but misery.
All right.
So I hand it to
Thank-
him.
Thank you.
Let's go in the back and hide. Here, follow me.
Okay.
Nettie, your bots are up and running. What do you tell them to
Yeah,
do?
yeah. I can still hear everything that Luna's saying because she's still got her phone on. So I come down the back alley to her shop with I don't know, some clunker robot and maybe a skin job,
Okay.
and
What the hell? I don't know. Never mind. I'm not asking.
it's just a skin job is a robot. It's a type of robot. You can guess what it's for.
Yeah.
I waddle. Its hips wave back and forth behind me.
Okay, you'll be there in like a minute. George,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Um, I'm gonna see if they do they have much attention on me yet still, or the
There's
feds.
one Marine who might be paying attention, but he could be playing freaking Tetris on the inside of his helmet for all
Ah,
you know.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go get my med kit and run into the noodly hut.
The noodly hut.
Roll me 2 dice.
Ten.
Nobody pays any, nobody stops you.
Great. All right. I'm gonna go into the noodly hut and if I've probably been there before, and I'm
Oh yeah.
gonna try to go out the back door into the alley.
Uh, okay, Josh, but the men there said there, we all gotta, stay put.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
want to,
I
question
gotta
us
get.
all. I don't know
I
what's
got.
going on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't worry about it. Just cooperate as best you can. I gotta go get my
You're not
med kit.
involved in this, are you?
No, no, I'm helping. I'm
Shouldn't you
helping
get
out.
back to Shouldn't you get back to Soylent King?
Yeah, I'm good. That's what I'm going back to Soylent King to get my med kit. Help them out. They need a med kit. They told me.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were a doctor.
I keep a med kit at Soylent King all the time because like a lot of people get sick.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah, we kind of prefer to, just get our lunches here. Hope you don't mind.
Yeah, this is the quality place, But sometimes there's a sort of niche for my stuff, but yeah. All right,
No, there's not.
there is a niche. There are some people who prefer.
Yeah, tourists from off world, sure.
Yeah.
But how often do they come here?
Well, you do have other things besides the food.
All right, yeah. Just the code is 888.
Great. All right, go out the back door, and once I'm in the alley, uh, I text Luna and I tell her, all right, I'm in the alley behind Noodly Hut. Where are you guys?
We're back at the clinic. We're hiding in the back.
Back at the clinic. Okay. I'll tell her I'm gonna make my way around via alleys to the back of the alleys behind the clinic.
Yeah, don't go to the front because some guys in uniform, like a SWAT team type looking dudes, we're trying to come to the front door. So we're back here hiding in the back.
Okay.
We killed another one of the fish things.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try to get to the alley without making taking any attention, and I'm gonna go get my med kit as well.
Okay, the back door is unlocked. Just hang to your right once you come in.
Okay,
We're back
great.
there. Okay,
All right.
cool.
So you're making your way around to Soylent King. You get in, grab your stuff.
Yeah.
Where do you go from there?
I am gonna go look at the front door and see if anybody's noticed, and I try to make it for the alley between the Pizza Dome and the Rick's Pub,
Okay.
and then work my way to the back alley.
Okay. Nettie, as you and your bots are heading toward Raven's place, you hear this weird fucking it's almost like a noise of you remember those kids toys. It's like it's not a lawnmower, but it's like a thing on wheels with a handle and a stick and a dome, and it makes that popping noise.
The giant top.
No,
Okay.
it's like two wheels at the end of a stick that the kid will push like a vacuum cleaner, but it's got a dome,
Okay.
and inside it's got these things that are popping. It's kind of like that noise, with the combined with the sound of like the Jetsons freaking car that noise it's making, and it's coming up fast from behind you, and overhead you see these three like lit up like footballs. They're just like zooming right at you, but overhead, and they may be coming at you, but they're not dipping yet. But they're like 12 feet up in the air, and they just came up and out of the subway entrance behind you.
Okay. It doesn't look like any human technology I've ever seen.
It could be a drone, but it's kind of unusual. It's definitely not military. Anything you've seen, military hardware usually has a little bit different look to it. So it could be off-world tech.
Beagle and popcorn. Yeah. Okay. That spooks me out, and the so I'm gonna shoot the fuck out of that thing.
Okay. Well, there's three of
Uh,
them.
I'm
You
gonna
get
shoot
two
the fuck out
shots.
of the lead one with my Gauss pistol.
You get two shots.
I didn't look up the actual stats for that.
You get two shots. It's 3D
Yeah.
plus three, I believe. If you hit, you get your dex bonus if you have one. Two dice dex bonus, skill bonus.
Okay.
So probably two dice
So
plus one, maybe two.
my dex is +0 at a 7, and it's 3d6.
No, two dice to hit plus one.
Okay, so I got a 5 plus 1, so 6.
First shot misses. Get another one.
Okay. Uh, 12 plus 1, so 13.
That takes out one, and it causes the explosion, the ensuing explosion, and it almost sounds like when it goes off like that sound you traditionally hear with like an EMP, like boom, and that noise and shrapnel takes out the second one, but the third one keeps going, and it's head right for Raven's shop over your head.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to send the clunker droid. I don't know if you want to use like a protocol or whatever to run up faster and tell her to come out. Uh, because I think those might be missiles.
They're more like drones,
Yeah. Well,
but okay.
these days, can you really tell the difference?
Yeah, right. But it's zooming right for uh, Raven's place.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, and while Raven and I were trapped in a closet, I'd have her explain to me exactly what happened with the Martian. Or, excuse me,
Okay.
Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you tell him? Do you tell him everything, Raven, or just tell us what you tell him?
Um. Well, should I not tell him? Or-
It's entirely up to you. You can tell him whatever you want.
You kind of already gave me the crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, who is this woman? Do you know? Did you know this woman?
I know her by a handle only. I don't want to get into too much details, but given the fact you gave me the crystal without argument, I'm sure the company wouldn't mind giving you a reward.
That
She,
crystal-
it's important data. What is on it is none of my concern. What is on it is technically none of your concern. All that matters is that I get it back to the company. I will keep my job. You will be rewarded for being honest. Everyone's happy.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your friend.
Yes.
He was
It's
bleeding so
always
profusely. There, I
Yes.
tried to stop the bleeding, and I couldn't. I was trying to dial the phone for help.
Message for your crafting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, and I will deeply miss her, but this is part of the job. She and
Are these guys after you? These SWAT guys? Are they after you?
I do not believe so.
Were they after your friend?
They might be. Until I know exactly what they're after, I can't risk. Uh, it's difficult to explain if I start rambling on about the politics of between
Oh no, that's
The
okay.
governments and the corporations, I risk your life, and I don't want to do that.
I appreciate that. I just don't know what to say. If should we just continue to hide and not speak to them, or what do I tell them if they drag me out of here and find me?
Well, for now, uh, unless they come investigating, staying back here, making it appear the building is empty, we'll be fine. If they come investigating, our only option is to come forth because they will tear this entire building apart if they're looking for something in here.
Would they be looking for that crystal?
Maybe. They might also just be looking for the fishmen.
Well, they can certainly have them. I don't want to have to drag those stinky ass things out of the front end.
At that very moment, you hear something pounding or blasting its way through the back door. Justin, 6 more of those things have just exited the subway terminal. You know, the escalator. 6 more have just popped up, and these ones are now going in your direction as well. But they're starting to target civilians.
Okay.
People are running and
Well,
screaming.
the orb things.
Yes, the footballs.
The footballs. Yeah.
Footballs
Fuck
are
football. Well, I'm gonna shoot at them, and I don't know what you want the robots to do. I just use them as muscle. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna shoot because it's the only gonna have. Um, 5 and a 2, so that's a 7 plus 1's 8. For my first shot.
Uh-huh.
And then I don't know if that hits or not.
A total of what?
A total of 7.
That misses. You get another shot.
I thought you read a total of 8.
Oh, sorry, total of 8. Yeah, you're
Then
right.
that hits. Roll me the 3D plus 3.
Oh, so
Raymond had to go.
that was a 7 with the 3D plus 3, so that would have been
Tears
10.
that one apart.
10.
They're now far
okay.
enough apart to where it doesn't get the second one, and they're starting to take pot shots at your toys because
Your
they are
toys.
mistaking them for humans or something. In the meantime, George, you're coming up the alley and you're seeing these glowing footballs of death start blazing at Raven's door.
Oh, I'm gonna pull up my stunner and start shooting at him. Yeah.
As
Ready.
long as you can listen in or get back in, Raven, we will be shutting this down in 21 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take a shot. All right. 7 plus 1, so 8.
Okay.
It's a stunner. I don't know if it will affect that, but
Roll me your dice damage, and we'll see what it does.
oh crap. 3, 6.
How could I do?
Hold on. It starts sparking and vibrating, and it's like slowly coming to the ground.
All right, I'll try to make my way to the. So I'm at the back.
There's still 2 more.
I'll keep shooting if I can.
Okay.
There's 4, 6, 7.
Total?
Yeah. So
That's a miss.
it's a miss. Okay. If I can keep shooting, I'll keep shooting.
Yeah, except that one of them is going to take a pot shot at you. Shot and miss. The second one, shot and miss. Whatever they're firing is definitely not stunners, though.
Oh boy.
And
All right.
whatever it is, when it hits the ground or the walls of the alley, it burns into the wall, and the holes like slowly like keep smoking.
All right, I'll keep shooting. 9.
All right, roll some damage dice.
All right. 11, 15.
That one
I will be right
does the
back.
same thing. Sparks, wiggles, falls to the ground.
Great. How many left?
1.
One left. Can I shoot again or no?
Yes.
Great.
Justin, one of your bots
9.
took a piercing hole to the chest and falls over.
No, not the protocol droid. Who's going to translate things for me?
7, 8. So I rolled a 9 and 8 damage.
It does the same thing. Sparks, fizzles, slowly floats to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You can make your way into Raven's door. You see down the alley. Here comes Nettie and his favorite skin job, or maybe his least favorite skin job.
All right.
The one that's not getting returned to the client. It's going to be insurance policy out when the store blows up after this.
The two of you meet up at the back of Raven's door.
Great. I give him a high five, and then check my hand. Yeah.
I do the same.
Purple. Oh, sorry, Raven. Get your butt in here. We need you. We're almost at the climactic cliffhanger.
I also check my hand because I know what he cooks all day.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Raven, so, there's something's trying to get in the back door.
I don't know what I missed. My whole computer locked up. I don't even.
All you need to know is somebody's trying to get in your back door of the clinic. Sorry, rephrase that. And something's trying to get in the front door.
Okay.
Well, Raven's.
I'm going to load up another shot. 2 shots.
One for each of you?
No for the intruders. And Crafting, can you distract them so I can nail them?
Front door or back door?
His choice.
I ask her, is there a third play out of this place, like a sewer connection?
Negative.
Sewer? No.
Well, shit. I don't like making decisions without informity.
There's a surgery room here in the back, but there's no other exit. Unless you want to go through the vents. You might be able to fit in the vent.
Neither of you will fit through the vents.
Oh.
Real vents are tiny. Only movie vents are that big.
Okay.
Front door or back door, guys?
Shit.
So, something's turning the knob on the back door.
All right.
And at the front door, you can see, even though the glass is frosted, there are half a dozen beams of light and multiple humanoid figures in front of the glass doors.
I've got an idea. Just walk past the door, and when he comes in the door, he'll head towards you, and I'll run right up behind him and get him right in the back.
Which door?
When he comes in the back door,
okay,
he'll see him and start heading that way towards the front, and I'll come out of the back there, sneak up behind him, and then nail him.
Part of me just wants to throw a pack of explosives out the back door.
But we don't know who it is. What if it's Nettie? We don't want to blow up Nettie.
Or Josh.
I don't know
Or
a
Josh.
Nettie or a Josh.
Well, they're my friends. We can't blow up my friends. You got a better idea?
All right. I grab the heaviest thing I can find and hand it to her. Oh wait, you have needles full of explosion juice.
I have needles full of good little.
Well, that was a chemical reaction to their particular physiology, as opposed to her having exploding horse tranquilizers.
So just walk toward, just be there in the front, so that way they'll come in and they'll see you and they'll naturally go your direction.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Don't worry, I won't let them get to you. I'm quick.
The door swings open. Which one of you two is it?
I'm the one being the distraction. Justin,
Hey.
you're muted.
Sorry.
I point to TCG. I'm like, I remember you.
Yeah, okay. Don't
I'm
hurt
standing
him.
there.
Don't hurt him. It
Don't hurt him. That guy's weird looking. I want to shoot him with my ghost pistol.
friend your foe. These are friends. It's okay.
No,
He's okay.
he
I literally
he was
respond to
shooting
that
up
with
fish
says the
people
man
earlier.
with the VR goggles.
Oh, I can see you just fine.
And,
Got
and,
auto
and a Gauss
targeted.
pistol in the other hand,
Yeah.
and then a skin job coming up behind.
Yeah. Skin job.
Teddy, it's okay. This guy's okay. You don't have to hurt him.
The skin job kind of looks like the Martian.
No shit, right? It looks exactly like the Martian.
That's when the
He's
drones
okay.
were after us.
Where did you get the license for that skin?
Where did I get it?
Yes.
Easily. I make them. I repair them. Where did you get the license for that stupid goggle thing?
From my company. And just so you know, that was my lover from 10 years ago. So you have an exact identical to her. For
Yeah, well, everyone that's seen a Martian has an identical to her, bro.
Yeah, if you remember when we were doing, you might not have been there crafting, but one of the weird things in the 25th century is the cult of personalities, where people get makeovers and surgeries to look like famous celebrities of days gone by. There's millions of Elvises in the universe. There are probably twice as many Taylor Swifts and
okay, then
Buddy
there would have been no
Hollies.
point for that conversation. So I'd have known
Yeah.
that.
Okay, thought I'd
Marilyn
fast forward
Monroe
it in there.
vibes.
Nobody wants Marilyn Monroe.
So are all of you? You're all now in the back room
I
of.
take an Elvira bot.
That's not a. That's not.
Oh.
Well, we'll talk about that later. You're all inside the back room of the shelter, with the skin job still outside, waiting for permission to come inside.
Now that we know it's safe, I suggest we take off.
All right, can we trust those Marines and stuff, or the
You may be
Feds,
able to,
wherever they are?
but for lack of a long story, I am on my own.
All right, should we go to the subway? Well, there were some droids coming out of the subway,
Yeah.
or drones, whatever the hell they were.
The football things were coming out of the subway.
But yeah, so I'll apprise them of that situation. Yeah, these like footballs were coming out of the subway. I've never seen anything like that. I mean, I spent years in the Navy and munitions. I never even know what the hell those were.
I need to stay here with the animals. I've got animals here in my care. I don't know what to do.
It's at
How many
that
animals
are
very
actually here?
moment when you guys hear a loud noise from the glass front of the shop, and then you see not one, not two, but three small devices come crashing through the windows, and then you see a bright light followed by whatever noise a flashbang makes. And that's where we're going to end the show tonight.
Oh no!
Raven's got to get going to her other show.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Hope you guys
Yeah.
had fun. You guys did a whole bunch of crap I was not expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow beat me to it. I was literally just seconds away from saying I stun Luna and drag her out the back door.
See, I wouldn't have ended it that way. Luna's only an employee there. Her boss is watching this on the news, calls her and says you're fired.
Yeah, that'll be a good
Good one.
clean break. The hero's journey.
Hey, Raven?
Yeah.
How hard was that?
Not hard. Not hard.
Yeah. So stop complaining about it being hard, damn you.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of fun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody else out there, we're not ending the show because we're going to talk about it, but Raven does have to get to the other show, the Quantum show. So make sure you brag about what you were doing tonight, how much fun you had playing Traveler, and we'll talk to you later if you want to skedaddle. If not, you can always come back or whatever. If we're still doing this, I doubt it, but we're gonna talk for a little bit and then uh, enjoy the rest of our Saturday evenings.
Okay, great. Thanks. It was fun, guys. See y'all
Thanks,
later.
Raven.
See you
Bye-bye.
next
Leon,
week or the
See
week
you.
after. We not sure when we're gonna re-meet up, but I'll let you know when the next game is, Raven.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
great. All right, thanks. Good night.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye, Raven. Everybody else. So one at a time. Justin, any comments? Any things you'd see more of or less of?
We need more sex bot action.
Okay.
I'm staying in character with that.
Okay.
But my character only has two motivations really in life. That's to steal shit from you and something to do with sex bots. We're not going to say specifically, so. That's like fade to black scenes. You don't need to do that.
Nobody needs to see or hear about that. It's
Especially, remember what my character looks like.
Yep.
I don't know, man. It's good. It's good.
It's good. It's good for a first session, definitely, because it's like
Yeah.
a lot of action, gets things going. Like if we were just sitting there like investigating a dead body, it it might have been gone a little differently. But now with the feds coming in and or whoever they are.
I actually do have one complaint.
Yeah.
Character knowledge. My character, Shadow just went, when I asked if I knew if those guys were my backup. He said, oh, well, they might be my backup. It's like, I would know if the government was my backup or not because I work for a company.
it's all about timing.
Sorry, yeah. Like,
Well, in that instance, I would presume not because they said they would not make it in time, and they made it in very good time.
well, yeah, but like that's hypothetical, bro. Like, you know they're government agents. You just say I'm with the company or whatever. Like,
It's the company of the government. That's the
uh,
question.
or you could just like say your TCG Corp security after like leaked info. Uh,
I'll say this, crafting.
right. I'm just
What I stated in the private chat Discord thing, that still completely applies, and you have very
Okay.
specific orders. So everything you've done is perfectly following that. If you know what I mean.
Okay, yeah.
So
Yeah, I understand.
so you have a right to be suspicious. Um, they could be uh, while they're probably part of the same loose government. No matter what, you're still supposed to do what you're supposed to do,
Yeah.
and handing it over to them is not part of what you're supposed to do unless you get a certain
Exactly.
authorization, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, and with the fact that there is an unknown alien situation involved, um, that might be part of why they might or might not be your backup. So the questions are meant to be there until such time as you get the answers you're looking for, I suppose.
As a company man, I know better than to ask too many questions, so I'm not technically looking for answers so much as I'm looking to complete the job.
Right?
okay. So I know that in the next session or so, I want to steal a bunch of the robots from my store, and I'm stealing a skin job. It belongs to someone else, but it's going to be insurance claimed because I'm going to blow up the store. I have it rigged already for periodic periodic. Oops, we had a fire. All merchandise lost.
A little acetone in the electrical outlets. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
No. So
yeah.
someone brought in a bot that was too well used, and when he first pulled out the batteries, it was so gunked up it just exploded.
No, it
Could be.
has to
Could
be
be.
rigged. Yeah,
It has to be. No. I'm saying that's the cover story. Somebody
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
overused a bot so much, it was when you tried to fix it, it just went poof.
It smelled like one of those fish guys before you even got it out of the
Yeah.
crate.
Yeah.
Uh, so did the AI images help?
Yeah.
I
Uh, I started on Theater of the Mind, so they're nice, but I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to take the dog out. I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody else, if they in the chat, or if you're watching this later, more or less, let me know. I'm still going to do some of them because it also helps me to remember things about them, and to just how to better describe them. It's also a little bit of a help to not have to waste so much time on describing everything.
Yeah.
I wish I would have drawn well, I didn't draw, but made the glowing footballs. That would have been nice. But I think keeping that to your imagination is just fine. It's not a big
Yeah,
necessity.
not to mention you use the term glowing football on something like AI, and you're not likely to get what you want unless you're literally looking for a holy football.
Yeah,
Right,
well,
right.
you use the shape instead of the
Yeah,
term. Uh,
yeah. Thanks, Per. That's exactly what I the exact my exact words. The picture's worth 1,000 words. When like tonight we were limited. We barely got in and out in 2 hours. I you know I could have gone a little bit longer, but I knew Raven's going to need a couple of minutes to get ready for the other show and stuff like that. And it did seem like a good way to, cliffhanger everybody because you all have like questions and thoughts over the however long it is before we play the next game. And that's I think that's always a great way to end a game with everybody invested. Seems like everybody was having a good time, and
mhm.
Yeah.
you guys are doing great in the role playing, which I
I just
think
wish I could find my dice. Could only find the 1d6.
you and Raven both. She was rolling one at a time.
Yeah.
One of them's in her vacuum cleaner, she says, which is weird because I've sent her 2 sets of dice, so she should have like I don't know how many were. I know one set only had one, but the other one I could have swore had 2 or 3.
I hate that.
No, mine only have one each, but they're in one of these boxes I have over here.
Which
I was-
number in the hundreds?
yeah.
So yeah, you guys did some good role playing. Uh, I felt all of the characters uh, were
Mhm.
not your usual stereotypical action heroes. Crafting's character is a little closer to that end, but
Yeah.
with his low stats, uh,
Yeah, I take of too many blows, I'm dead.
Oh,
I take just a handful of blows, I should
Not
say.
even
that's what most of us. Just one thing crafting is you go from 0 to 100 too quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
0 to 100 too quickly. Oh, you mean
Like
the
immediately putting down a
suicide bomber
bomb,
thing?
like every time. It's not D&D. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anybody catch Omen's character?
Uh, he's not here, so we haven't met him yet.
He was the guy with the camera.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
He's the guy
So,
he's the like
so-
Alex Jones radio blog whatever guy, and he sees all this shit happening in his in his neck of the woods, right outside his freaking front door. You know,
Yeah.
so
You should have made him the wino.
no, I wouldn't do that to him. His
Uh,
character is what's called a truther, so he's
yeah.
a big conspiracy guy, and
Yeah.
something weird just happened in front of his shop.
The
You
farmer was
know,
born in Kenya.
I was thinking about that for our game as the character types, and it's like maybe we should do like for baseline cop, private detective, journalist, then like thug or something like that.
uh-huh.
It's like a bouncer or
Mhm.
a bodyguard or something like that.
Well,
And then
you have
find a couple
journalists, but you
others.
also need Are you going to have? Is he going to have a basis of an investigative journalist, or are you going to have both a regular journalist and an investigative journalist? Because one is more aggressive in his job than the other.
You start off as like just the baseline, and then
Mhm.
as you do the career path thing, you
Okay.
specialize.
I think journalist is under entertainer in the book.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take a look.
Yeah, well, Shadow and I are creating a game, and we're going to do a life path system, so we need actual classes.
Ah, okay.
Well, not necessarily classes per se, but careers.
Yeah, same difference.
You kind of. The cool thing with the life path though is that you can change it and adapt. You're not stuck in like an archetypical role. Um, real quick, just in case, because this is Traveler, if your character bites the big one, have an idea ready for a replacement because it could happen. Um, none
I
of
already
you
do.
None of you are, guaranteed immortality. There is no plot armor for anybody. And
The code phrase is teardrops on my guitar.
No. With Shadow, it has to be Rosebud.
No. That's he said have an idea for a character to replace ours when we die.
if they die,
Yeah.
No, when
He
they
said
die.
something about a code word.
And the code word is teardrops on my guitar. or Tim McGraw. Or I'm trying to think of other titles to Taylor Swift songs. Okay.
okay.
22. You're the lucky one. In November.
I don't know how you.
November has a whole new connotation now.
Yeah.
Uh, uh,
So, crafting. Next week you're
I'm
unavailable.
gonna be a Martian.
You're totally unavailable next week. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's stuck on the ship or in briefing because we don't have a ship yet.
Nope. we don't have
And
sugar.
and if we play next week, Omanow's character can show up and try and tell us about conspiracy theories.
Mhm. Which we might do. I don't know yet. I want to talk to Omen and everybody else. Because I was talking to Justin, and we're not gonna, try to make this a forever thing. It will have a definitive end, and we'll call it, cut. We're done. However, that
6
doesn't
plus 1d6 sessions.
veteran of the psychic wars, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is though, because you guys did so well, and I don't know if you guys enjoyed this, I wouldn't mind running another one after this, set in the exact same solar system, to keep the 25-25 thing going, because we did so much work on it. But when this one comes to an end, uh, some of you could theoretically keep running the same character, but if you have a new idea or something like that, it's
Well,
something I want to do.
I was going to suggest when this one comes to an end, we play a different game, like a totally different game.
Okay.
Like
Like-
you got
One
like
shot,
50 games up there you've never played,
Yeah, that's true.
and then we could come back to this one for 2026.
You mean 25-26?
Yeah. To 25, 26.
Maybe.
And we could do this the first couple of months every year.
Yeah, yeah.
we all hate each
I'm,
other,
I'm not. I'm not opposed to that.
and George dies from soylent poisoning, and crafting shed collapses in on himself, and Raven finally gets eaten by her cats, and Shadow's fistula ruptures from all the gay sex. And I'm sitting here going, "Oh fuck! Why are you guys all degenerates?"
I'm not entirely unconvinced. A raven hasn't already been eaten by her cats. Well, skinned, eaten, and then used as a giant puppet.
That's why she can't figure out computers and stuff, because she's just hitting them with paws instead of fingers.
Uh-huh.
This is entirely possible, guys. Um, I need to go downstairs and get some water because all my water here is awful. But yeah, nice.
All my water here is in a 25-liter jug, so I just have to do this.
No, you don't. I'll suffer.
Hey, look at that! Look at that! I'm filling my cup right now. Woohoo!
Yeah, it's like room temperature now. I thought I brought enough frozen up here with me.
This is big. This thing's big enough. It stays cold for like 3 or 4 days.
Well, you live in Canada. Everything stays cold for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, that's true.
So, any last thoughts, suggestions, ideas before we just
I like that. I like that you're running into that there's an entire planet full of chicks that look like Taylor Swift but are heavily militant.
I had a feeling you dig that. The uniform didn't come out quite the way I wanted.
Yeah, it's close enough. There are 40 billion of those motherfuckers. There are 40 billion women that look like Taylor Swift in the solar system.
The future looks bright.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta wear.
How about you, George?
I had a good time. I liked it. Like I said, I like the
lucky one.
I like the action beginning because it's sort of like it sets a good tone. It gets everybody in. I like that I had some motivation with my character because that we all knew each other. At least the three of us knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
So that kept me like, okay, he's got to go protect his friends or at least help them out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, crafting. His character actually was perfect. Not being your guys' friends, etc. Because hopefully you guys will develop a little bit of a bond, a friendship with him as well. And if not,
well,
shit
I saw
happens.
him shoot with fish aliens in front of my friend's store. So yeah, that's a good bond. We can have a drink over that.
You call them fish aliens. I call them stinky vagina aliens.
Vagalians.
Vagalians.
Yeah, because I didn't notice that before, but when I had pulled them up tonight, I noticed that they do have kind of a fishy look about the top of their heads and stuff. And that image that I made, that was the first one. I got it right. It literally was one of those times where, like, when I created the image and it popped up, I went, "Holy shit, that's fucking creepy." Because I had nothing to do with it but a couple of words, and AI went, "Oh, really? Check this shit out," and handed me this.
Well, I've noticed when you use AI, if you give it few words but don't have an image in your head to begin with, you usually get something really good right off the bat. I know that sounds very zen, but it's how I end up with a lot of some of my better pieces is not being too specific. Mind you, sometimes
you're absolutely right. It was a very limited word count prompt, and as I took the prompt and then took the revised prompt that the AI created for me, it diverged a little bit away from it, but it gave me some other really creepy similar aliens that I might or might not use down the road somewhere. But I really I wish I had this tool many years ago, but obviously just wasn't possible. And it's
computers weren't possible before man even knew how to carve stone.
Well,
wow.
The Atlantean. Never mind. Anyways, that was for Raven, but she's not here. I had a lot of fun.
She's not with us. She's not with us since that one cat colony.
But and to you, George, yeah, I always insist on trying to get some sort of really adrenaline pumping sort of something, not just you meet in a freaking tavern. There's got to be something, something horrible or something really explosive or
Yeah.
exciting to not just bring everybody together under uh, strenuous, stressful circumstances.
Yeah.
But if like for the audience, if this was a movie or a TV show or something, you want one of those pitch black or golden eye openings within the first 5 minutes. All shit's hitting the
Yeah.
fan.
There's
Uh,
justification for us
Yeah.
to turn our lives upside down.
I remember watching a I think it was a long. I used to watch actual plays like a long time ago, and it was like a role playing public radio. One of those guys, and he did a what was that? What's the Desert Sands Cannibal Hobbits? Gosh, the
Dark Sun.
Brahmar. Dark Sun, yeah. He did a Dark Sun campaign. And his first session he did was in media res, where he did they had this fight. They had a fight with like bandits at a caravan or something like that.
Mhm.
And then the second session was the session that what happened just before that, where they met in the tavern. So it was kind of an interesting way to kind of just bring it in from the beginning, bring the action in early, and then go back to the sort of the introductions.
Yeah. You don't really need introductions. You're gonna be with the characters long enough. You'll get to know each other. Um,
And to be honest, not to play, not to like demean the characters, but they're supposed to be for the most part like regular Joes, or in Crafting's case, he's like I kind of, I don't know if this is right, Crafting, but I kind of picture him. He's like, like this is your last assignment. You're trying to what was his name from
Oxen.
Predator, not Predator. What's the Mel Gibson movie with Danny Glover?
Oh
Lethal Weapon.
yeah. Lethal Weapon. Yeah.
It's his last week on the job. Kind of thing. I don't know. What do you think, Crafting?
I'm gonna be fine
Yeah.
with that. I mean, there's still plenty of things to do outside of being a agent.
Well,
I mean, there's freelance. There's always freelance work.
well, he ended up having to take another like 4 years contract with the police force because his house got blown up, and then the toilet bomb. Remember the toilet bomb?
Mhm.
Yeah, he's like, I went to wipe my ass, and I heard a click.
Yeah, exactly.
Put a hole on my toilet.
For everybody involved, I want some excitement and some immediate, uh, bringing everybody together, and not just like I said, you meet in a bar, or you've been friends forever, and you're the crew of a starship, and you're looking for work. And I've seen so many Traveler games that start just like you're like literally like you're halfway through the story, you know what I mean, and it doesn't grab you like the special effects of it's a sci-fi game or movie, if you will, is supposed to be enough. You got to have something to just grab people's attention, and then hopefully this did that, and hopefully
that is a writing technique, where you do like this thing happened, and then like, how did we get there, and what's the context of it?
and they do that a lot in TV shows where then they'll rewind, and I don't want to do that. You guys have played your characters well enough to where anybody who watches what we just did will, within 30 minutes tops, know exactly what your character's all about. Some folks even less. Obviously you all have your past and maybe secrets and things you don't want to
Yeah, we got to get back over to Nettie's Sex Bots Emporium.
right. Well, because like Ned, he's got stuff that
Oh,
nobody
Nettie.
knows.
My character is going to be anal retentive about that.
Okay, Nettie has skeletons in his closet.
Yeah.
Josh probably has some. Obviously, uh,
I think Skeleton might be a little bit gruesome compared to what he actually has in his closet. His is a little more disgusting.
Ooh, my character.
Yeah, you don't have skeletons; you have sex bots in the
thanks,
closet.
Bert.
I
Yeah,
don't put them in the
Parts,
closet. They're out in the
parts,
open. They're on the display floor.
a stack of
I,
sex watch veg.
I don't know about you, Per, but I miss Jade. It's been like over a year, and
Yeah.
um, I hope he comes back in a big way. But you know, nothing I could
Yeah.
do about dragging him back into the interwebs. That's Connell's job.
Yeah. And there are at least two of them in there that can do that.
One thing that reminds the whole concept of like regular people is the Expanse. That's those characters are just basically schlubs that worked on a mining ship that mined ice or something like that, and they end up saving the universe.
You know how I got the AI to generate my character's picture? I said, give me a picture of Connell, but not weird and disgusting looking.
Your hair is just dark enough, Justin, like that. It looks like a part of your head's been cut
Yeah,
off.
okay. That's all right. Oh, so we did have that. We forgot to do something on Thursday. Thing Shadow.
Sorry,
The
what?
book. We forgot to
Book
do
club?
something on Thursday. Thing that we wanted to do on the show.
Oh yeah. The next book
Yeah,
for the book club.
yeah. We forgot to pick one.
Um,
I know you don't care, George. You're like fuck books and stuff, but
I don't mind doing the book club. It's just like I got so many things that I'm just
yeah,
ignoring
I know
that
the feeling. I know the feeling, but uh, at the very least, it's helping. In a way, either for writing or to understand the games that I play a little bit better, or to steal ideas from things. You never know where you're going to get inspired from. That's why
Mhm.
one of the questions is always, "What would you take from this?" Because that's one of the reasons we're doing this. Is that's what they did. That's what Gygax and Arneson and all those guys did by putting together an Appendix N was, like not tell you, but show you, hey, I read this book and it helped. Now go and see if it helps you, and maybe it'll help you in the same way, maybe in a different way, maybe in a really bad way. Like I'm never going to do anything that I read that this author did. I'm not doing that. I'm staying away from it. But either way, it's part of it. And what better way to really, we're never going to meet Gygax or Arneson. And for those of you who did, awesome. I wish I would have as well. But, I was, a nerdy little kid. And, so what? You would have been
Yeah.
like one of a billion kids they met that had the same shit to say. Um,
I will say one thing that Appendix N has taught me, and that is Arneson and Gygax had really, 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 really bad tastes in fiction.
I think it wasn't so much that is that their 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 access to good fiction was limited. We're talking
Uh,
60s and 70s at best for science fiction and fantasy.
yeah.
Unless because they didn't mention the pulps. Okay, so either they never read them, or there were too many for them to go here read everything from this magazine. And they didn't do that. They never even talked about them, as far as I know. So this is what they had, at their leisure, if you will, or their availability of bookstores or libraries. And if that's all they had, then I've read a whole bunch of books that I would never put in my own Appendix N, but I still read them. And
George, you really shouldn't play with your snake on camera.
This is a brown snake. My kids got me for Christmas like 3 years ago. He's too loose though. He used to be really kind of stiff. Now he just flops around.
Yeah, they have pills for that.
Yeah.
You know that joke was coming.
I set it up.
Good point, Perv. They didn't have the luxury. They might not have even had used bookstores of any, great.
Used bookstores have been around longer than most other
Right, but
businesses.
they might not have had, a lot of sci-fi books coming in. They probably had, the barest of minimums in some cases, because I don't picture them being the kind of guys to buy a book brand new right off the presses. This has just been released. Oh, I'm grabbing it. They were probably grabbing stuff that was old and musty, and you know, oh hey, it's a sci-fi book, I'm going to read it, as opposed to, this is, number 3 on the bestseller list, just came out, oh, I'm going to go grab a brand new copy. Those guys strike me as being freaking, you know penny pinching misers. No offense, I'm one myself, and they probably,
No, you're not. You do not know for a second what it means to be a penny pinching miser.
really, you don't think so?
No, you are
Yeah.
so freaking materialistic.
Well, yeah, that's because I'm very, very cheap when it comes to other stuff. This is the
Yeah,
one thing that I.
really. Well, let's talk about your Dungeons and Lasers collection and
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's part of the hobby. That's where I do allow myself to splurge. When it comes to other stuff,
how many Kickstarters do you know?
all of them,
You
every one
don't
of them.
know the definition of penny pinching.
Well, like I said, I do when it comes to everything, but the hobby. That's where I splurge. Not on my son. That's kind of what I was getting at. They grabbed what they could afford, and it was probably always, dirt cheap. Spending all their money on graph paper and dice. I don't have a good used bookstore within 100 miles, and there's, uh,
Yeah.
uh, so many books still on my list. Uh, Unfortunately, none of them are the ones we've been reviewing. I've had to go buy some of those books, and I'm like,
I
yeah,
regret this.
I don't want it in my collection. Why do I have it? Um,
Yeah.
That's why we listen to audiobooks.
I get that. I'm very appreciative to all the things I've learned from you guys over the years.
I don't know.
Just thanks to, this kind of get together we have here. I learned so much. Uh, I can't even imagine where I would have been if I didn't take my son's advice and do this. What I would be doing for the past 5 years instead.
You would have been hanging from the bathroom.
It's
Yeah.
possible. Or I could have started drinking again, or any number of things. What do you want?
No, he didn't mean you'd have been hanging dead. He means you'd have been recording in the bathroom instead of the garage.
Yeah. The few people that really wanted Hang 'em Low 87.
What do you
I thought it
want?
was the Elvis reference.
Yeah, you are a good boy.
No. That there was like a football fan a few years back that recorded like his team losing, and he was all pissed. It's like, don't ask me to do nothing. Don't ask me to take out the trash. Don't ask me to do the dishes. Nothing. I'll be hanging in the bathroom.
No, Per. What I mean is, it was Jackie's idea to make a channel or to make a video. When we got our first Dungeons and Lasers Kickstarter, my son said we should make an unboxing video, and I had no idea what the hell he was talking about. And we made one, and then next thing you know, people were, coming to us wanting us to, do craft videos and things like that. And we did the whole thing together for the first couple of years before he got all grown up and too big to hang out with his old man. Mostly because he's like right now he's up to here with homework. Freaking Saturday night as a teenager, and he's in there doing homework.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't he ever listen to that song from Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I
Saturday
don't.
night.
No, I don't think so.
Um,
Saturday night
You know, I don't think even if Shadow tried to get Jackie to watch it, I think Jackie would gouge his eyes out before finishing that movie.
Oh yeah, definitely. He would not.
Yeah.
Per Jackie was 11 years old in our very very first video. If you've never seen it, that's
Where's my keyboard?
yeah, and despite what he says and the way he acts, you can just see that having done this, really helped him develop the way he has and doing the things that he does now. Um, he's just got to grow up, do his own thing, and that's fine. As long as when I'm dead, he doesn't turn the channel off and he keeps coming back every once in a while to say hi to you guys. I'll
You
call.
won't.
Yeah, he might. I mean, at the very least, I want him to keep it around in case he ever has kids. So, provided the internet and YouTube still exist, he can go back.
He'll be too busy dictating Mexico to
So
keep.
there is that
keep in touch
possibility,
with us.
but
Mm.
yeah, Sam Cooke was a great musician. Sucks he went out the way he did.
What happened to Sam Cooke?
Untreated syphilis.
That makes you go crazy.
Mhm.
That happened to my cousin.
Should always treat your syphilis.
Or at least that's what I heard. If I'm wrong, I've been wrong before, multiple times this week alone.
Might have been some people who are allergic to penicillin have a lot of trouble treating it.
Yeah.
I remember that's what also happened to a character. You guys ever remember the show The White Shadow?
Yeah, the basketball players.
Yeah. One of the characters in the last episode lost his ever loving mind because he didn't get it treated.
The White Shadow?
Yeah, it was a white basketball coach in a black neighborhood.
Yeah, it was one white kid that was on the team too.
Yeah, the kind of nerdy guy who eventually he joined the Navy in the last episode. And they asked him, "Why do you want to join the Navy?" Because the water scares the hell out of me.
Yeah.
That was something that stuck with me. Is like that's the way young men should grow up. Conquering their fear and going off to do something spectacular with their lives.
Nice try, Shadow. I'm not going anywhere near your house.
Yeah. Shadow, I'm also, like I keep telling you, I will never take a job for you.
None of you are young men, so
Compared
say
to you.
well, yeah, everybody's young compared to me, but that's still
Not me.
all things being relative. You guys are,
Shadow's immortal. It's been around forever.
wish.
These are the rules.
Yeah, he invented rock on a stick.
I was
Invented
looking.
sticks. Who you kidding?
Yeah.
At least I named them. Back then they were just called that, or everything, because everything was either a stick or a rock or a dinosaur.
I'm looking for What May Come. I can't find it though, so we might have to skip over that one. By
That a movie?
Frederick Brown, the book. It's on the list. What May Come is on the list
From
Appendix N.
no, I mean what author?
Frederick Brown.
Oh,
I can't find it, so I might move down the list.
yeah. I don't know who picked the last one.
I don't either. I was just gonna find something.
So Appendix N is basically all the inspiration for Gygax and everybody.
Yeah, it's in the Dungeon Master's Guide. I think it's on page. Shit, I don't know. I'm almost there. And there have been a lot of them since then, but
240, 224.
It's so weird thumbing through a brand new printed Dungeon Master's guide. It's so freaking weird. It's glorious, but it's so just so Brown, Frederick Brown, no Burroughs until later, no Carter, no DeCamp. August we're going to save for October because August Derleth is a H.P. Lovecraft guy.
Oh,
What Dreams May Come is one of my all-time favorite movies. There, Joe. Literally,
yeah.
no Gardner,
Well, what
no
may come?
Howard.
Is it what dreams may come?
It's a movie with Robin Williams.
Oh yeah, the one where he's dead.
Yeah, where everybody's dead.
Yeah.
One of his best movies, in my opinion. Um, Personally, that and Bicentennial Man are my favorite of his movies. Uh, because they're um,
Did you shed a tear?
probably.
Well, then Robin Williams would have felt complimented. I met the man 20 minutes in the checkout line of my local grocery store. He had a mansion living up here in the middle of nowhere.
You're a lucky man. He was a very interesting, very beloved individual, um, and he will be missed by just about everybody for a very long time to come. And those two movies showcased what I think he was best at was playing like the
Yeah.
normal guy, instead of this coked out freaking spaz case,
I don't know. I spent 20. Well, to me, it was not 20 minutes. I had a quick conversation about some of the movies that I had seen him in, and Bicentennial Man, Jacob the Liar, and a few others that made me cry. And he felt complimented because those are not his natural roles. But I did not know 20 minutes went by because I spent the rest of the time just laughing at all the jokes he was making, because he was making fun of the fact crafts fair, like literally right next to the grocery store, and they only have the express checkout lane open. So he kept making jokes about how the rest of them are off doing these random ass things, and it was just fucking hilarious. I
Oh,
wish
I'm
I
not
could
saying
actually
he
remember
wasn't
some of the
funny,
jokes.
but I think we got a better look into what who he was.
He was
Yeah,
capable of. Yeah.
he probably put a lot of his real heart and soul into a lot of those scenes and the way he
Mhm.
spoke, as opposed to just trying to make people laugh, which was you know
Yeah.
awesome, and God bless him for it. But uh, you know, a lot of times celebrities, you never really get to see the real them. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so, what about the Hero's Journey by Sterling Lanier? Can you find
Sterling.
it? If you can't find it, we go on. We move on.
Uh, I will look for that.
Oh, excuse me, guys. And it's not. It's Heiero's Journey.
Yeah. Wait, what? We're
H. God, let me put my glasses on. I can't tell if it's IE or EI.
it's
H
IE.
IERO apostrophe S Journey.
Yeah. Just type his name into LibriVox.
And if not, there's one that really actually sounds kind of interesting. Um,
Uh, do, 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 do.
So George, was that a chicken or a very strange looking cookie?
Chicken.
Chicken. Okay. Now, around here, your mic is just barely within hearable range. But I can see why, though. I can see why it's not in hearable range. You don't want to be chewing right next to it. But around here we have some interesting cookies. Some not they don't come out always, but often I should say. But they can be weird shaped, and it's almost like the grocery store is selling
Audiobook.
off the second. the seconds.
There was this one my wife got. I don't know. I can't remember what was in it. It was called a cowboy cookie, and it was so tasty.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah,
3
those are
minutes.
Maybe real
some of the best
cowboys?
cookies.
No, can't find it.
The
Really
eggs come
tasty.
from real chickens. The
No.
milk comes from real
Okay,
cows.
then try
The
this one,
sausage is
Dustin.
from Jimmy Dean.
Swords Against Darkness.
Author?
This one's a weird one. Andrew J.
Off.
Offlet.
Offer.
Offlet.
Yeah. Swords Against Darkness.
And it says 3 at the end of it. I don't know if that's designating that we should only read the third one, or there are 3 of them. That's a weird thing. Swords Against Darkness.
There's actually 5 volumes of this.
Okay, so Swords Against
Uh,
Darkness 3. Just forget 1 and 2. No, we're not going to do that.
no. I think it means like the first 3 were out when.
Oh, okay.
And I put all 5 down.
You couldn't find it.
I haven't hit enter yet. There's some Diablo, Baldur's Gate stuff. Let's. I will find something and put it in the fucking book chat. Swords Against Dark. Boulders. This is annoying. It's getting harder and harder to find stuff that's easily available.
What do you think that is?
Well, I think we've cleaned out all the old stuff, like the public domain stuff.
Maybe. I mean, we still have the better part of 2 weeks, but I don't want people to have to go out and buy a hard copy, of something for this, because I've done it multiple
Oh, if I
times,
have-
and I can't think of but 1 or 2 times that I was glad I did so. Like I'm gonna have a
Yeah.
stack of
Yeah,
books that I'm like, here's the appendix N.
Well, if it's not an audiobook, I'm pretty much out because reading that language is beyond me.
That's one of the
And if it
reasons why
costs more than $2
we're
or
doing what we're doing
$3,
the way we do it.
pretty much can't
Crafting.
afford it.
I
Yeah.
to be honest, I'm getting more fond of doing the audiobooks just because I can actually do other shit instead of just doing the one thing. And if it's a
Oh,
book
yeah.
I don't like, I can speed it up and get it over with. And
It's like the last book was to the Beastmaster. I got actually a lot of cleaning done in my shed while listening
see,
to it.
exactly. If you had to read it, the normal person, would literally get nothing else done.
Yeah.
And I lately, I've got so many freaking things on so many plates in the air, as someone put it, which I hadn't heard that. So now I'm using that expression all the time. The people used to spin the plates on the stick. Too many of those things going on to.
No, I'm having trouble finding it. I'm just finding. One second. I'm just finding Baldur's Gate stuff.
Oh, really? Well, what if you just are you okay? What if you type in their name
Yeah, I
first?
got the author's name, and it's still just giving me like the book covers are for something else.
Oh,
I don't know, man. I'll try and find something over the next day or two, and if I can't, well,
okay. I remember down at the bottom of the list. I think his name was Wade Manley Wellman or something of that nature. I believe I read one of his books a long time ago. I can't remember what it was, but I remember I enjoyed it a lot. But mind you, I was young, so. But it was a
yeah,
very,
Manly Wade Wellman.
D&D kind of story. I think the name Troll was in the title, but it was
Uh,
less morose than a lot of the books we've read. So, but if you just gonna assume it's your pick, Justin, and whatever you come up with,
The
we'll
Witch's Cat. Son of a list. No. Give me a minute here.
yeah, no problem.
Well, I'm also getting like a lot of like fucking this guy's talking about the book crap.
Yeah, I know. That bums me out because the first when you put audiobook in the search,
Yeah.
you shouldn't get somebody talking. You shouldn't get a review.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, folks. It was just some bookkeeping and stuff for the next not next Thursday, but the following Thursday's book club show because we forgot to do this at the end of that show, and since most of us are here, because it seems like we're actually knocking some of these authors off the list at least one time around.
Yeah.
In which case, we'll end up be able to come back around, and I think we should at most give well, because we don't have the time to like I said to luxuriate in reading an actual book. Crafting has a reading disability, and it's just easier to do audiobooks for all of us with our busy schedules. Me personally, I wish I could just grab a book, flop down on the couch, and read for a couple hours a day doing nothing else, but I literally just don't have that kind of time, which is weird because I'm retired, and you think that you know if I actually went on vacation, that's what I would do. I go to the beach, stack of books, and read till the sun goes down. And
I've had some like text, like but on a computer text, like a Kindle type. If you can't find an audio book, sometimes you use like a text to speech. I did it for one book.
Yeah.
It was,
really,
yeah, it was tough. I did it on my phone, and that was kind of the nightmare about that was a nightmare because that was like
have you guys ever seen what it looks like, what a braille keyboard looks like?
Yeah, it's a bunch of dots that come up like it's
I,
like the
I
the
remember.
braille reader, not the keyboard.
Yeah.
Uh
It was. I saw this weird thing. I don't know what it was, but it was like this guy was either, you know, like getting text messages on this weird device on the bus, and it was just
they're like this long, and it's got a strip with like holes in it, and there are these pneumatic balls that come up, and they just like set a line, and then they run their fingers over it. The balls come up to make the braille
no. This
words.
this was more like a bunch of little. I don't know how to describe it. It was so weird, and it wasn't that big, but it was a small device with a bunch of silver. It almost looked like the like if you took a typewriter and looked at the things that pound,
Yeah,
but in reverse.
yeah. The little balls make the braille symbols that they come up into the grid, and then they run their finger over for the line, and then they hit the reset, and it does the next line. They run their finger over
No, no,
to
no.
read it.
It wasn't like that. Like a straight line. It was like a keypad, and they would stick up, and he just had his.
Okay, so
Yeah, it was really fucking weird. But it was like,
okay,
oh my god, that would be so great for like covert messaging and all kinds of weird shit.
yeah,
If you could like in the Book of Eli,
the Book of Eli.
yeah, with Denzel Washington.
I've never
Yeah,
seen
He's
that.
got the last Bible, but it happens to be in Braille, so nobody could
yeah,
read it but him.
Oh.
yep,
It was a trippy movie. Because I still don't know if he was blind or not.
yeah. I know what you mean.
It's like, okay, then how do you make those shots? Because there's no way a blind dude can make those shots.
Yeah, I don't think he was. I think he was like a teacher of the blind or something like that.
That's the only thing that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be cool as shit, fantasy, sci-fi. Yeah, he was blind. He's like Daredevil, freaking taking people out with his radar and shit. Yeah, I'm not buying that.
Yeah. dark. I'm just looking now for because what's his name shows up here. Uh, Full Rock by Brooklyn and Warriors of Two Worlds. Da, 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 da.
Oh, what I was saying earlier, I wanted to finish that. I don't think once we've like read everybody like 2 books from every author,
Yeah.
calling it, doing something, just book club instead of Appendix N, because there's way too many authors, and if we give an author 2 chances and they both suck, I'm not reading a third. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can say that.
there's
Well,
some authors I don't even want to read a second of their books, but I'm willing to give them a chance because they're probably dead, and someday that could be us. We've written a bunch of books, and people are like, "Oh, this first book sucked. I'm not reading any more of his shit."
yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, well,
Um, I don't know. There's 3 or 4 of this guy's books on the LibriVox YouTube page, but they're none of the ones we have listed. But we could just like pick one.
who?
Manly.
Wade Manley Wellman.
Yeah, it's Manly Wade Woolman.
Okay, really, his first name is Manley.
Yeah.
How do they know?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they knew what he was gonna be, but how did they know he was gonna be so that?
Well, it could be.
Well, because back then they probably.
Um,
I'm not gonna
there's
go.
one called "The Hairy Ones Shall Dance." It's on the YouTube, but it's not on the list. But we've just added books we found by these people from the time period
Yeah.
before. So, also like I, I I'm pretty sure his list was a list I just generated because his name was there.
Uh-huh.
I'd have to go check. Um, yeah, his name is just here, so it's everything before 77 written by the guy. So this book would have been on the list. Let's do this one.
Hey, I'm gonna.
It's got a picture of a wolf, so I'm thinking it's got something to do with werewolves.
Okay, what's it called?
Uh, the hairy ones shall dance. I will.
Okay, we just lost George, I guess.
Yeah, he just said something about having to go.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that.
Maybe I don't know
No, he didn't.
what.
He
Oh,
didn't.
he started to say something, and then
Spotify is available on apps of Google Play. Yeah, I'm not. If we can get it free on YouTube, that's
yeah. So I'm just going to change the title of this to
You didn't
the
see anything
one.
with the word troll in the name of any of his books.
No, but like I'm not going to spend an hour looking.
He's got that many books.
Well, none of the ones I found on YouTube are the ones that were
Okay.
generated.
Okay.
So,
So a considerable library of books then.
well, more than 10.
That's considerable. If I pump out 10 books before I shuffle off this mortal coil, I will call that a win.
Yes. Same here. So, I'm going to
Post
fix.
it.
I will do that in a minute. It will be up there before tomorrow. So
Okay.
definitely. What the? Just I'm breaking things over here. Okay.
Yeah.
If you guys want to move on to another topic, well,
Well, we're just about ready to wrap up.
Yeah. And then I will add that to the private chat.
Yeah,
But
yeah, Joe. If I read 200 pages in an hour, yeah, no, I'm pretty fast. It's about a page a minute, but not 200 in an hour.
yeah,
That's more than three a minute. Yeah, I don't even think that would be enjoyable. You know.
are possible.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I've seen some speed readers back in the day, but it just it would. I want to, like I said, luxuriate in the moment, and I don't literally want that to be a blink of an eye. I want the,
yeah,
I'm not a slow reader by any stretch of the imagination, but uh, it's like when we speed up some of the audiobooks because we're running, down to the wire before the show, putting it on one and a half to two times speed sometimes ruins it. It's
yeah. I don't know. I can get into the rhythm of that pretty easily.
sometimes,
Uh,
especially if they were
Same here.
already really slow,
mhm.
which is sometimes the case. But when it really is kind of a blur, it's like, yeah, no, 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 no. I got to slow it down so I can, process what I'm reading
Yeah,
to some degree, as opposed to just, because a lot of times I got to admit, a lot of the books that we've read in one ear, out the other ear, and the very next day, I don't even remember anything about it.
yeah. That is the case. So some of them are just so like milk toast.
Right.
That
And I did some of that as well, Joe, as well as Reading Lab in elementary school. But I don't know, maybe your brain works differently, but I want to, you know, enjoy the process uh, as a leisure activity. But
yeah.
so tomorrow's game, Brian and Mel might show up. Grim, believe it or not, is going out of the country for the next 10 days. I'm like, okay, where? Can you even talk about it? And awesome. I mean, from go going into the hospital, no stress whatsoever, to maybe on a Caribbean island, just kicking it somewhere.
Yeah.
Good lucky bastard. Can I almost have a heart attack too now? I'd love that. No, I wouldn't. I'm kidding. But it's so he won't be coming back anytime soon. But if we've got Brian and Mel and Mac and Cal and you and Owen and Armstrong and Raven and me, that's 10.
It's too many.
Yeah, kind of. I'm sure someone will either not be there or it's going to be a very, very frustrating game.
Frustrating. Yeah. Well,
But
that's okay.
but if it, well, no, I was thinking if it gets to a certain point, I may just split it up into two. You know.
Mhm.
Oh, did I say OG? Because that
No.
makes it 11
Oh, gee.
off grid.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So if I'm going to have 11 people, including myself, 12 with Grim, I might have to split it into two parties, or two sessions, and maybe start even earlier or something. I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
You can always kick some people.
Who would you kick? Seriously, you know, who yourself?
I'm okay with one way or the other. There are people that like the game more than I do. I like it. It's fun, but
Yeah, too many people be would take
annoying.
a lot of it away from everybody else. Having to
Yeah.
wait, a melee round of combat could take 15 minutes.
Well, it's also we have quite a few indecisive people in the party.
Uh-huh.
Like we agree on something, and then somebody has to reiterate that we've agreed on something 5 times over now.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like, well, I just want to do, and then he reiterates the fucking plan we just stated. Like, God, man, we already said we are doing that.
Yeah, but that was
I'm
a
gonna, I'm
while.
gonna start. I'm gonna start yelling at him because he does do it a lot.
That was a long time ago. Last time he did that.
It was like 2 sessions ago.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't remember that. I remember the first time that bothered you, but I don't remember it happening anytime
yeah.
recently. Um, but yeah, I mean, I've had 21 people at a table, but that's way different. You know what I mean? Than on a screen. It's so vastly different.
Yeah. Ah, it's one of those things. We're wrapping up.
Yep,
Sick
yep.
party on.
I'm actually gonna call it now because I gotta use the restroom. So
Yeah.
uh, been here for 3 hours and 2 bottles of water.
Yeah.
Everybody, thanks
Uh,
for sticking around and playing along, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Those of you who come in later, any criticism, critiques, advice, greatly
keep him.
appreciated, provided it's constructive and not derisive. You know what I mean?
Not Shauner.
Well, you know, uh,
If you start complaining about my background, I'll come over there, stabulate you.
he was stabbing what in his coffin.
No, I'm just anyone generally.
Yeah,
That's the thing. That's the one thing that annoyed me about that guy. I could give a shit about everything else. Was like you're critiquing someone's video and then you spend more time talking about their fucking background than what you actually dislike about their game.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, like I was telling Raven for her show, nobody cares. You know,
Nobody goes.
nobody cares. Nobody cares what you. It's just the face and what you're saying. That's all anybody cares about. You know, having the right backdrops and the right logos and intro music, outro music, all that crap. I
Oh,
all of that to me is completely lost on me.
I
Uh,
can't wait till Monday though.
it's just uh, hurry up and get, hurry up and do what I came here to see.
Yeah,
Like the same thing with ad reads. If you're gonna do an ad read, do it at the beginning of the ending so I can fast forward it because I'm gonna. If I find an ad read in the middle of your show, guess what? I'm not even gonna watch the rest. I'm just stopping it right there.
yeah.
It's like, I know that's how you make your money, but I'm not here to make you a buck. I'm here to get some information, and if you're not helping me out with that, I guarantee you there's 20 other people doing the same freaking news story. What's the
Okay.
dude?
Let me know if you can hear this.
I can't hear a thing. I'm probably glad I can't, but
Okay, then don't worry about it then. Oh, if it won't pump the sound through that bones, I will crafting. You can listen to
Yes.
that in the Discord group. I recommend you do.
Yeah.
It's in there.
so lame.
Shadows, gay, so gay.
Uh,
Oh, oh,
of all the things, but anyways, folks, like I said, I
man, you better have some fun with that. Those Seno AI. I sent it to
yeah,
you.
I'll try to get around to something. Um,
Yeah, just like you make up some lyrics or tell it to write a song about something, and then just tell it to
yeah,
do it in a certain style of music. It has a thing you follow,
yeah,
and then just give
I
it a
just don't.
title, and
Uh,
it'll generate two options. And
I know if I songed you back, you know, you're not going to take it the wrong way, you know. But a little part of me would worry that I'd actually say something that was over the line, you know.
I call you gay like 40 times a day.
But I'm not, so it doesn't bother me. It's like, I mean, you might as well be calling me black or from
But
Mars. None of
you
those things
are
black and
until I don't hear a smoke detector go off for 6 months straight.
dude. I just had a
Six
professional. Whoa,
6 months
zip,
straight.
zip it. I just had a professional come in Wednesday or Thursday and replace all of them.
Yeah, how much did that cost you?
Zero.
Why?
State energy
State?
company, whatever.
Yeah.
Jackie's mom
Fire
met
department?
somebody and they said, "Oh, we can," and they gave us new shower heads and nozzles for some of the shower or bathtubs and weather stripping, all kinds of energy efficient, a new thermostat, cleaned out my furnace, put a new filter in, all kinds of crap. So you won't hear that, and if you do, it's only the carbon monoxide detector was making a noise because I had to get these. I had to put AA batteries, and they're like the cheap dollar store batteries, so they're only going to last for like a week. you know, um,
Well, low drain things like that shouldn't go
shouldn't,
that
but
fast.
yeah, it still did. But yeah, that won't be a thing for like a decade because they're all brand new now.
Oh, shut up.
You got to find something else, man. Go back to calling me gay. I don't know.
I'll call you both. I'm not worried about it.
Well, I mean, most of our viewers aren't blind, and if they are, I'm sure they're not colorblind. I'm pretty sure they could tell. You know.
Yeah. Okay, we're like 2 over now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Take care, everybody. Love you guys. See you tomorrow, Justin Crafting. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you
Yeah.
had fun, everybody, and
party on.
happy trails.
Good night, y'all.